we're going to do the company presentation. So each group, so we have two groups happening at the same time, so like happening parallel. Each will have either 5 or 6 companies, they're hiring companies, to share the information. So this is the group that will be moderated by Xiaorong. Let's welcome Xiaorong to come here to give a very short introduction of this group of the company presentation.
Okay, so I'm just going to repeat the companies that's going to present in this room in the sequence. The TD Bank and the Equitable Bank, SRA Staffing, RBC Royal Bank of Canada, York Region Police Services, Deloitte, and the Alpha Choice Insurance.
Insurance will people out to know.
Okay. So if you wanted to stay with these companies, you want to hear from their representatives about their company policies, their hiring strategies, and everything, you're welcome to stay in this room. So once again, let's invite our representative from TD Bank, Jennifer Amankwa, who is the Diversity Talent Inclusion Partner. Again, so Jennifer, thank you for coming back. Okay.
So I am with my colleagues, it's not just me, I'm with Kim and Jess as well. But just wanted to say good morning and thank you so much for listening to us today. So I'm working in diversity and inclusion, so I'm coming here for that department. I'm representing diversity sourcing. I work specifically with visible minorities, the Black community, and also refugees. So just really quickly about my team. We have specific sources who are out there looking to hire from the different pillars at TD. So my team has been in existence since 2016. We look after, so for me, visible minorities, Black community, refugees. There's also someone for people with disabilities, the Indigenous community, women, and also the 2S LGBTQ+ community. So all of us go out there proactively looking for talent, so we come to events like this all the time. I also have a team in the States as well who are very similar. The only thing is that they have someone that looks after veterans. So TD is a diverse employer. We want to make sure that we represent the communities that we serve. In terms of all the banks, we're the only bank that has a team of diverse sources. So I'm going to pass on to my colleagues, Kim and Jessica, who are going to talk about our retail opportunities. We do have my colleague Shangitha from Platform and Technology too, so we have a booth, so please come and see us afterwards.
Hi everyone, so my name is Kimberly, and myself and my colleague Jessica, we both work in talent acquisition at TD Bank, and so we do all the hiring for the retail bank locations across the GTA. So if you do have questions, feel free to stop by our booth afterwards. We'll be happy to answer any questions you have. So we're going to kind of just do an overview of the TD Bank culture, as well as kind of go into depth on some of the retail opportunities we are hiring for right now. So when you join TD, you get more than just a job, you get a career. So TD is the 6th largest bank in North America by locations, serving approximately 24 million customers in a number of locations in key financial centers across the globe. So our mission is to give our clients the best banking experience possible every day. And to do that, we depend on a team of approximately 80,000 colleagues who share our passion for excellence. So our framework is to be the better bank. And so this framework gives us the foundation that helps guide our behaviors and shape our culture. So it outlines our vision, our purpose, and our shared commitments that help us grow into the future. So the TD framework is easy to incorporate into the work we do. And so most importantly, it has no borders. It can be applied to everyone at TD, no matter the business level or the location. So this framework also encompasses what we set out to do every day and how we'll get there. So on the screen, you'll see some of the awards that we've received over the last few years. And so as I mentioned, at TD, we strive to be the better bank. And so we aim to give our customers, communities, and colleagues the confidence to thrive in a rapidly changing world. So we are honored to be recognized by some of the top organizations and publications across the areas in which we work. Spanning many different parts of our business, these awards highlight just some of the reasons why TD is such a great place to work. And so our benefits. So at TD, we invest in our employees by providing opportunities for advancement, competitive salaries, and incentive programs for an excellent benefits package. So when you join the bank, you join a culture of support. Our benefits, retirement, and saving plans are an important part of offerings. Our people benefits and securities, enabling them to do their best inside and outside of the bank. And so we definitely support the communities in which we operate, and so we drive positive change in society. Over the past 5 years alone, the corporate donations have exceeded over 30 million. And local involvement is more than just a tradition at TD. It's part of our DNA. Our people's dedication to the community comes to life in many ways, from volunteering at local schools, joining a local tree planting effort, or contributing to financial literacy programs. And so these are the 5 pillars that Jennifer did highlight. And so when you join TD, you'll be a part of a culture built on respect, one that recognizes the unique talents of employees on every team. With a genuine commitment to diversity, we've created a business where employees and customers feel comfortable regardless of background, religion, race, gender, physical ability, or sexual orientation. And protecting and enhancing our environment is an important part of TD's bank history and is essential to our future, where we were the first North American-based bank to go carbon neutral, and we're continuously working to integrate environmental responsibilities into every aspect of our business. We also support green projects in the community with corporate giving, employee volunteering, and our friends and family of the Environment Foundation.
Okay, moving on, we're going to be talking about the retail opportunities that we currently have available at the bank. So of course, when you step foot into one of our TD branches, you'll notice that there are several different key roles that our colleagues play, from customer service, financial services, to management. So in terms of customer service roles, if you're someone who has a couple of years of customer experience and is looking to get your foot in the door into the financial industry, the customer experience associate role may be your best option. We also have a lead customer experience associate position that can be the next level up after obtaining 1 to 2 years of experience in that CA position. In terms of financial services, if you already have some history working in a financial institute and is looking to dive deeper in the financial world, such as investment, mortgages, etc., the personal banking associate role may be suitable for, may be best suitable for you. And if you already have those experiences and has gone the next step of obtaining your IFIC license or CSC license, then the personal banker role may be something you can consider. In terms of management, if you're someone who's interested in management positions, handling the operations at the bank or having direct reports under you, we have manager of customer experience roles, assistant branch manager, and branch manager positions. Moving on to training and development. At TD, we believe in employee development. Aside from coaching and feedback provided by your managers, you'll have access to do on-the-job training such as shadowing. So whenever you see any jobs that you might be interested in, maybe you're not really sure, you just want to shadow someone who's worked in that role, that's something that we offer at TD. And there's also a lot of variety of tools and resources available on our TD site for you to review, again, such as e-learning, courses, workshops. You can be a part of different committees and training programs as well. And moving on to leadership. So again, the goal of our leaders at TD is to find, build, and nurture our employees because we understand the significant impact employees have on the development of the bank. Leaders will support and challenge you to deliver your best. Last but not least, we're going to be going over the TD's colleague promise. So there are 3 pillars: impact, growth, and culture. You'll be making a meaningful difference to our beautiful business performance, customers, and communities. And at TD, you'll build your skills and gain new perspectives to succeed. As we grow, you will too. And you will experience a culture of care, working environment that you feel included and respected in. Okay, and again, if you have any questions, our booth is just right here on the right-hand side. Feel free to come by and stop. We have a lot of QR codes that you can scan if these jobs match your portfolio.
So thank you again. And next, we will have another team also in the banking industry, our Equitable Bank team with Jennifer, another Jennifer, Jennifer Sun, who is a talent acquisition partner at EQ Bank, and also Reed Daisai, senior talent acquisition partner, and also Viran Vachishat, associate director of enterprise data governance. So thank you and welcome the team to give us your presentation about your hiring policy and the priorities.
Good morning, everyone. How are you doing today? Inspired? Because I am as well. Quick question before we start. Has any one of you seen this posting somewhere before? No? Let me do a quick introduction to you. This is from us, EQ Bank, the challenger bank in Canada. We're offering high interest and no fees on everyday banking. And we're challenging the traditional way people doing banking. Want to make bank? Welcome to EQ Bank. Today, I'm super excited to be here to introduce our company to you. Together with my colleague Reed from our talent acquisition team, and also our members from our Newcomers to Canada Employee Resources Group. My name is Jennifer. I'm the talent acquisition partner here at EQ Bank. I mainly manage technology portfolio, hire architects, software engineers, QA analysts, and business analysts. Recently, I started looking into more finance and business roles, and also started some work in product management area. I started my career as a technical recruiter back in an IT consulting firm. And after that, I joined EQ Bank 2 years back. After working here for some time, I already feel like I want to stay here until my retirement. Speaking of our organization, we were founded 50 years ago as Equitable Trust. Back in 2016, we first launched our online digital banking, which is known as Equitable Bank and EQ Bank. During the past few years, we are expanding, we are growing very rapidly. When we first started our in-house development team, we only had one team with few people in it. But right now, look at us. We have 6 development team and 300 employees in our IT departments. In total, we have 1,700 employees all across Canada. Our head office and our tech departments are all in Toronto. But we have other offices in different cities like Vancouver, Calgary, Montreal, and Saskatchewan at the east end of Canada. Right now, we are the 7th largest Schedule I bank in Canada in terms of assets management. We're serving over 325,000 Canadians as our customers. And our share price has outperformed over the past 6 years. Back in 2019, we acquired Bennington Financial. In November last year, we finished acquisition with Concentra Bank. With 1,700 employees in our bank, we have a lot of services and products to provide to our customers. For the services we have lending services for personal and commercial, which goes to Equitable Bank. And we also have saving services like high interest saving account, TFSA, GIC, which goes to EQ Bank. Under these 2 main business segments, personal banking and commercial banking, we have 2 business lines in total, which can support our customer needs for different group customers. One more thing I want to mention about us is that we are ranked as the #1 bank to work in Canada on Forbes list back in 2021, 2022, and this year, again, 3 years in a row. This is also something we're really excited about and so proud of ourselves of being a part of this amazing organization. Would you like to join us? Next, my colleague Reed will introduce you more about the careers at EQ Bank. Thank you.
Good morning to everyone. So thanks, Jennifer, and I hope you all now know what we do at EQB. So I'm here to tell how we do. And the secret sauce is very secret, but I'm going to share it with everyone. It's nothing but people and people. Okay, so it's just all our people, the fantastic leadership team who guide us, and we do the products that have been there. So as Jennifer mentioned, we're about 1,700 employees who do all this amazing work. So we're mainly divided, if I have to just tell on a high overview, the teams are segmented into 3 areas. One is business, the banking operations. Because we're a digital bank, you'll see a lot of customer service jobs available, everything that happens in the back end to support all our customers. So we have an office in Montreal for our French-speaking customers. So that happens from the Quebec office, and the other work happens from our Toronto office. So various different roles in banking. It could be finance, capital markets, wealth management, like all the speakers mentioned. I'm not very familiar with them, what they do, but everything happens at EQ2 from our Toronto office. And the other big part that happens is because we're a digital bank, everything happens online. If you guys have not checked our beautiful app, I strongly recommend to go and check it out. It's like, you would know what a state of digital art means. So that's truly a definition, and our engineers work very hard from our Toronto office and our different offices coast to coast, and that technical work happens here. So the second segment would be technology, which happens in Toronto and other offices. And we've also recently acquired a bank called Concentra, which is a new addition to our portfolio. It is about trust and estate. So you'd see many different roles related to trust and estates. And that work mostly happens from our Saskatoon office, but it's not limited only to that office. So if you're interested in any of these roles, you can go ahead and apply. And if you have any questions, we're just next to TD's booth here. You can walk to us and ask us any questions you have. So that is about the bank, but like there could be many, many roles that could be like, in a different segment, but broadly they're classified into these 3. So that is about the careers at our bank. And what are we? Like, as I mentioned, people are the main, this is the secret sauce for our organization. So the culture I'd like to describe, we are somewhere in between a bank and a tech firm. So we have all the goodies of a tech firm, but we also have that security of a bank. So if you want something, like if you're someone who wants to go above and beyond, this is the place. So we work hard, we also celebrate hard. Like you can find us always doing some extra work other than what a banker does. We do what the banker has to do, that is how we make money. Because we know how to spend that money too. So you'll always see, like, our last year, our summer party was at Cabana Pool Bar. So isn't it a cool thing? Like, partying. Have you heard of bankers partying at a pool bar? We do. Okay, so we also do a lot of other initiatives, like we do dragon boating. We are also biking for the heart in coming next month. So we really work hard and also celebrate hard. So that is the culture, and it is also what makes us unique is we are a company that really cares. So it comes from the top, like our CEO recently mentioned in the town hall, like, what is the main thing that EQB should be looking at in the employees? It is care. So we really care for each other. We are very collaborative. So it doesn't come like, it is not enforced, but it comes naturally. So if you're looking for an organization where care and employees are really collaborative and taken well care of, this is the place. And you can obviously see, like, I have some testimonials which says a little bit about the organization, but there are many areas, like, people have to be technical, as all the speakers said. You can go and read them. There will always be some things which might not really tell great things, but it exists. So that is about the organization and the culture. I'd like to pass on and introduce Varun, who is an additional director for data governance, to speak more about the tech work that we do at the bank.
Thank you, Reed, and thanks for the opportunity. As my colleagues have already mentioned so far, we are a fun bank, but we have fun in a responsible manner. So please understand that your money and your trust is very secure. We are taking pride in calling ourselves a challenger bank. The primary question, the thing that we challenge them on is, why not? That becomes a front and center. When someone says we should not do this, our question is, why not? Why can we not take the bar higher and deliver something that really adds to the experience of an ordinary Canadian? How can we put more money in the pocket of Canadian people rather than taking them money in the form of securities and fee? So things are to be done in a responsible fashion. I'll also speak a little bit about the culture. We're very, very proud to be one of the finest and the most inclusive workplaces that I have also worked in, and many people shared that sentiment. Wonderful efforts have been taken in that direction. I myself feel very privileged to be a participant on many employee resource groups, people which actually make a difference in the life of newcomers to Canada, people who actually go and make a difference in the lives of LGBTQ community in our country, which is often ostracized. Also organizations such as the Green Group, which takes diversity, which takes ecosystem sustainability so very well, measuring the impact that we're able to create. Even that impact could come from your tree plantation drives, or maybe replacing some meat-based options with plant-based options, which is significantly shown to reduce the environmental impact of carbon emissions in the world. So a lot of this stuff happening. Besides this, we understand we're talking a lot about technology, but also what our partners from Deloitte mentioned, risk is also something which really deserves a lot of attention. So we are very proud. We are very proud to have a very, very strong risk management practice as well. We also welcome talent who really wants to engage and contribute in the area of risk, compliance, legal. If you are looking forward to something of that sort, please know we welcome you. I personally work for the data governance office at EQ Bank, and we see what happens when your data is not properly governed. Again, we are here today. Any conversation that you'd want to have, please feel free. We are very, very excited to engage with you, and thank you once again for the opportunity for this presentation.
Next, we have SRA Staffing Company. The president, Roy Hossain, and his team will be here to present.
Hello, everyone. My name is El Noosh. We are SRA. Sorry, our CEO, he was supposed to be here to do all these presentations, but there was an emergency, but hopefully he's going to make it soon, and you all can meet him. So I'm just going to go. I have some notes that I'm going to explain about SRA, and we have a presentation that about AI, and I'll explain that later.
I haven't got it. I haven't got it.
Oh, I sent an. Okay, I can just read it.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. So at SRA, we're an IT staffing company. We solely do IT and some related jobs to that, and we have over 20 years of experience. I think almost is over 21 years now, and we have 3 different companies. We're mostly big in North America. We do have a company in US, in Detroit, Michigan, and our main headquarter company is in Toronto. And we do have operations in Ottawa, in Montreal, as well as a company that we opened up 5 years ago in Hyderabad, India for our offshore practice. And since the beginning of this year, we have merged with a company called Solutia. So they are a consulting company. So now we do IT staffing and consulting. And some of the clients that I can mention, we are #1 in Government of Ontario, that we provide IT staff augmentation, and we are working with some banks like RBC, CIBC, Scotia, and some other companies that you might know, Mercedes-Benz, Carrion, a lot of universities that we work with like McMaster, York University, Seneca College, and University of Toronto. So I think the presentation, that's obviously not me, but the presentation that I have, I think I thought I sent it, but I wanted to explain a little bit about AI. And I know there are a lot of like job seekers today, so because we're IT, we're in this business, so AI has changed a lot of things. I know like there were a lot of conversations, a lot of panelists here, they talked about AI. So I just wanted to talk in terms of kind of like the candidate's perspective and how AI can help them find jobs and how it will make it easier for them. So, okay, so for consultants, first of all, AI can help them in resume optimization. So there are some AI-powered tools that will help the consultants with their resumes. They can use those tools to those tools suggest some keywords to them. There's a job description, for example, for a company, and this AI tool power will help them to kind of like match that with their resume, highlight the points in the resume and experience that matches with that job description, and highlight stats for them. And this definitely increases the chances of the candidates getting hired, because with highlighting those key points, it makes it easier for employers to look at the candidate's resume and understand if they're a good match. And one of the suggestions for the job seekers here for that AI power that helps the resumes is Rezi.ai. So I'm going to give you some, like the tools that our suggestion to, so you can go there and use those tools. The second thing is this AI power tools, they help with personalized job matching. So they are available, and they will look at the experience of the job seeker. They'll look at the skills that they have, and it finds jobs for them. It matches based on the work history, skills of the candidate. It matches them with a job description and a job opportunity, and that will help them kind of like find the best job that fits their skills. And so our suggestion for that tool is Talent Prize. That's the name of the tool. The third thing is AI will also help candidates in preparing for interviews. They can mention the job that they're interviewing for, and that AI tool can find them questions. It can work as like a person, like an interviewer, and it asks them questions. They can practice. It helps when the candidates answer. That power tool helps them to correct them, helps them to do the best answer, tells them, corrects them like grammatically, or it gives them feedback on their tone, content, and grammar. So with that, they can increase their chances of being hired after the interview. And the tool that we suggest for that is called Prepped. There are so many tools, but these are our suggestions. The fourth thing is networking assistant. So this AI tool helps candidates with networking and with getting connected. So it works, they get connected to people that are seeking the same jobs, having the same experiences. Also, it helps them in finding and getting connected to employers and build their connection, expand their connection, and that increases their chances of getting hired. And last but not least, for the suggestion that we have for that AI tool power is HiveBright for the networking assistant. And the last one is predictive analytics. So some of the tools, they can suggest and predict in the future what any jobs. It can be IT or it can be anything else. It tells them which ones are going to be more popular in the future. What is going to be which role is going to have a more demand. So we'll help them in kind of build their skill set. There are so many there's so many tests or certifications that people can go get. So that AI tool kind of helps them in getting those certifications and knowing what's the future. And for that, the suggestion is the Burning Glass. That's the name of the tool. So this, I hope this helped the job seekers. So our booth at SRA is over there. We do have coffee and some chocolates. So if you wanted to come talk to us, I should know. Thank you, everyone.
Yeah.
So next presenter we have is from Royal Bank of Canada, RBC. We have Mr. Nelson Liu, who is the Senior Security Specialist at RBC. So Nelson, okay, there you are.
Okay, so how's up, people? Hello, everyone.
You can demand it.
So Shannon is a very familiar friend, but she doesn't know my English name actually. So how are you doing? I'm Nelson, Nelson Liu. I work with RBC as a cybersecurity specialist. I've been with RBC for almost all my life in Canada, so 23 years ago. So I came to Canada after 4 months. I joined RBC. So it's quite a long career with RBC. So I've been working with RBC through the IT departments. I went through different departments, different roles, and today I'm on the cybersecurity side. Work as a specialist. So my background is I graduated. So before I go through this, I have to do a disclaimer. The information and the number that I use here is not representing RBC because I'm not from the HR department. I will give some job positions and general job positions and IT jobs and security jobs descriptions and all those to introduce to the young guys here. So and also I work for RBC, but outside of my work, I actually volunteer as Vice President and Secretary General of the CCAA, which is the Confederation of Chinese University Alumni Associations. So we are the nonprofit organization. We founded like 5 years ago. During the COVID, we have organized tons of online seminars and all those events, and we try to help people to get through the pandemic. So why we work for the bank? I think this finance sector, everyone talks about their own banks, and they all have a say of the benefits of working in the bank. So the benefit is working for the bank. There's a good benefit packages. So you have a pension, could have pension, you could have 4 weeks of vacation, everything, right? So and healthcare and everything. So it's very good, and you have diversity in the bank because look at the Canada, look at Toronto. We have I think somebody said we have over 180 countries or ethnic groups in Toronto. So for sure, there's diversity in the bank. And what's the low? The low relativity is low technical requirements and low barriers to entry in the bank. So that is comparatively to compare with some technology companies, right? So, and less pressure for the bank, and less stressful and life-work balance. This is to say from my experience. I'm not saying for all the job roles, but for the technology jobs in RBC, I can see that it's less stressful. Okay, that's for my own experience. So, and lots of projects and positions. So this is this is like you have projects coming in every year and every quarter, and then they have openings every time. So that is for sure. So generally in IT roles in the bank, so we do supports and developments. And nowadays I think there are more supports, less developments. The reason behind maybe some of the top management people can speak for it. But I think probably there's a calculation of when you do development in-house, it probably costs you more trouble or more efforts to support versus to buy products from outside and then you just do the integration, right? So support, there's many roles like help desk support, so network analyst, engineering, security administrators, security supports, and the network security analyst and engineers, and then the storage and application support. And then for development roles, we all have developers, specialists, BSA, project manager, QA people to, do the QA of your code, and then the DBA and the solution architect. So those are the roles for development. So to my area, cybersecurity. So in the bank, right? So we know that in the security, we have 3 lines of defense, 3 lines. So the first line, second line, and third line. The first line has most of the people working with in the departments. So we own and manage the risks. So it's day-to-day business operations, like, implementing and using security controls and all those. The second line is somehow, is risk control and management. Sometimes, they do cross lines. Is not exact. And the third line is independent assurance. And, this is probably talking about, the auditors from third party. Like I know that in Canada we have Deloitte, we have, the accounting firms, they do all kinds of audit for the banks. So. The job opening in cybersecurity. So this is the part that I'm going to spend a little bit more time. So we, from security, we have identity access management. We have a big team doing that. Like the teams, basically to get people on board to create your IDs and your accounts and all those. And then, we have a privilege account management. So it will, for the employees in the bank, to provide you special privilege for you to do your daily work operations. And then we have network security. That is very important because, if you don't have firewalls and you don't have the proper setting of the network, everyone can get into the bank and steal your money. So that is the very, very important part. Then we have the Security Operations Center, which is called SOC. And I think every big organization now probably adapt that SOC concept to, no matter big or small, to try to monitor the security events or potential like breaches, stuff like that. And we do, these years, the most hot and popular area is the cloud security. So I know that every bank here is going to the cloud. We have AWS, Azure, and Google. Those are the main, cloud service providers. We do have others like Salesforce. I guess everyone is using also the products, and there's many of them there. So that within cloud security, we have lots of positions like engineers, operations, integration architect, like DevOps developers. Those are the big ones. The many positions opening, and we have risk management, compliance. So this is the assuring the part that the department that assuring your operations and meet the requirements and the compliance. So yeah, I said a disclaimer. This is also the disclaimer that I'm going to use. Is that this is excuse me. This is from a company called Skillsoft. It's a learning and job company that they probably surveyed about 5,000 people on the market and get this salary kind of thing. And I try to just share a little bit about IT and the security. So in general, North America, the cloud and IT, the cloud is on top 3 paid jobs in IT. Is cloud and IT architecture and design, and then DevOps. So this was from the 2022 data. So last year's information. So I think we care more about North America. So let's go further. And this is the detailed, salary at a glance, salary reviews about cloud still on top, and then the cybersecurity is the second. Sorry, not the second. DevOps the second, and IT architecture, design, and all those. So those are the information about the IT roles and the paid salaries, and just for your information. Here is about something about the certification versus your job roles and pay. So in security, we have quite some certificates. So the one that is popular is CISM, Certified Information Security Manager. There's another one, CISSP, and then based on the cloud and different cloud service providers, they do have their own certifications. But what I'm saying is that, certification can not guaranteed, but can give you a chance to get.
Recording in progress.
Sorry. Yeah, so I'm going to go to the next one, the future. So what I'm trying to say is, so looking forward, the upskilling and the certification, it will do a lot in your job hunting, and also if you have a job, and it will, will promote, it will give you opportunity, or give you like a chance to get promotion and higher salary. So I think that's all from my presentation. Thank you very much. Thank you.
So thank you for sharing that interesting personal perspective of working in Royal Bank of Canada. So our next presenter is a little special. It's from our York Regional Police. I know some people might think that working in the police services may be a very far away goal or reach for many newcomers. But here we have our Constable Fernando Su, who is from the recruiting unit, who will share with us. It might be possible if you are interested in becoming a very cool police officer. Okay, so here.
Hi, I'm Constable Fernando Su, and I'm with my partner here, Constable Ali Lalani. We had a special video here for you, but it's not working. Just want to ask you a question. Anyone here ever thought of becoming a police officer in their life before? Police officer could be very stressful, so I just want to give you a stress ball. Okay. In policing, it's not just a career, it's a calling. Okay? It is exciting and very rewarding. Every day, it's a different day. We get to help people, make an impact in our community. Okay? If that is for you, this is the job for you. We're from York Region. York Region is large and diverse, and it's a growing region. So therefore, we're hiring a lot of people to work for us. We're hiring people first. So it doesn't matter what walk of life you're from, doesn't matter what's your background, your education, your work experience, we want you. Everything that you learn in your life could be transferable to be a police officer. So for those who's interested in a civilian position, we have positions such as forensic identification assistants, we have crime analysts, we have information management processor, we have many civilian positions, as well as uniform positions, such as a police officer. There's special constable, there's auxiliary officer, which is a volunteer position, and including a student cadet. Okay, joining YRP can provide numerous benefits, and some of them are, we work in an inclusive and equitable work environment. We work in a team environment that will challenge you. Also, in police, in YRP, it's job security. In policing, doesn't matter how the economy is, we're always hiring. And AI would not replace our jobs, okay? We offer competitive salary and competitive benefits, which include like medical, drug benefit, massages. Anyone here like massages? Okay, paid vacation time. We also include extensive training and development. So we're always trained to be the best. So we could be very competent at what we do. We have the best equipment. So YRP, since I started, we had 3 generations of tasers. This is actually my second firearm that I got because the old one is old. So we just like to replace with new things. That's how we are at York Regional Police. We have helicopter, we have an armored truck, we have boats for a marine unit. So we have a lot of toys. And also, York Regional Police provide career development position. So you're not just a frontline police officer for your whole career. We offer different units and opportunities. You could get promoted to sergeants, staff sergeants, up to the chief. You could work in different units. So it's like a career within a career. Such as myself, I started off in uniform at 5 District, which is in Markham. I also worked in a search and rescue unit where I got the opportunity to look for missing people, look for evidence, go into the forest. It's a lot of fun stuff. And from there on, I worked in human trafficking, where I had opportunity to impact people's life, save victims that were trafficked, as well as I worked in the drug unit, where I was in plain clothes, did a lot of surveillance, and be able to arrest a lot of bad guys who traffic drugs. So that was an exciting unit that I was in. And now I'm here. I'm in recruiting. So this is like my 4th career. Now I'm a recruiter. There's a lot of administrative work, a lot of public speaking, meeting with the public. So that's really fun. So that's why we hire people from different walks of life, different experience, because there's always a position for you in York Regional Police. So overall, joining York Regional Police can provide a lot of benefits. There are minimum requirements, which is all listed on our website, yrp.ca. So if you're interested, please come see us at the booth. You could also visit our website, yrp.ca. We're looking forward to hiring a lot of good police officers in the near future.
And then next we have the last presenter of this section would be Mr. Terence Zhao, who is the director from the who's the director of the financial advisory of Deloitte. So welcome.
Thank you. So glad to be the last one here. So Deloitte, I don't have a presentation, sorry. So I'm not from the recruiting team. I'm actually a hiring manager. So Deloitte is well known as one of the Big Fours, Big Four accounting firms. So the Big Four are Deloitte, PwC, EY, and KPMG. But to distinguish ourselves, Deloitte is the largest of the Big Four. So we are probably the twice size of the KPMG, for example. So when we talk about Big Four, many people will think like, say, are we an accounting firm? But actually, no. So within Deloitte, we have multiple service lines. We have audit and assurance, which covers tax a little bit. We have risk advisory, we have financial advisory, we have consulting, we have data advisory, which is called Omnia. We do provide AI and machine learning advisory to all different kinds of clients. So, can anyone hear me? So yeah, like we have multiple service lines. The original business that Big Four is well known, which is tax and audit, it's only probably less than 30% of our revenue. So for example, right now financial advisor, which the big team I'm in, is quite sizable. We have within Canada we have more than 1,000 people. So just for the job opportunities, for many of you on the line or in the room, you probably have noticed that many banks, they may already experience hiring freeze right now. You may see very limited positions in banks. But within consulting firms, like as in my team, for example, we do have a lot of openings right now because the work has to be done by someone. From the bank side, they want to limit their full-time employee because of the fluctuating market or volatile market. But there will be a lot of opportunities in the consulting side. So, for example, in my team of 100 for and the modeling of team of 100. Right now we have another 10 openings right now. But this is not only our team. If you search around the Deloitte website or any other Big Four, probably there will be a lot of openings than in the banks right at this point. Okay. So for any opportunity you are interested in, just let me know. Especially within financial advisory, I would be happy to have a coffee chat within downtown office if you come to downtown. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everybody. So we are the Kirchhoff team. My name is Jeanette Shasha. I'm the HR specialist at Kirchhoff Automotive. Beside me here, we all know, Mr.
Yeah, Chen Zheng. I'm an R&D manager at the Kirchhoff Automotive today. Yesterday, basically marking my 19 years at the company.
Thank you, Chen. Now we have Arun Kumar.
Yeah, Arun Kumar Edwin, the HR manager from Nokia.
Good afternoon, my name is Viviana and I'm the HR specialist at the Aurora Corporate.
Thank you. So I have a question to ask everybody. Who drove here today? Great. Who drove maybe a Honda model? Volkswagen, that's what I drive. But we are Kirchhoff Automotive, a Tier 1 supplier to the OEMs. So I'm sure the cars that you guys are driving will have a part that Kirchhoff Automotive makes. We deal with Honda and all the OEMs. And we'll talk about the products, and Chang will show you some products, Arun will show you some products that we make for the car manufacturing automotive companies here in Ontario. So Kirchhoff Automotive is a group of companies, Kirchhoff Group. They have 4 divisions. There's the tooling division, there's the mobility division, and the Ecotech division. Kirchhoff Automotive, the automotive group division, is the largest presence in the group. We have 3 locations here in Ontario. We have the Aurora plant, the Aurora corporate office, and the North York plant. So these are 3 manufacturing facilities here in Ontario. We're going to talk today about Kirchhoff Automotive. So Kirchhoff Automotive Group is a family-run business for 4 generations. As you can see here in the picture, these are the 3 brothers that are still present. They come and visit our plants. They're very visible owners to the company. It's a family-run business. And Viviana will talk to you more about our culture and our family values and vision. So let me give you a little bit of history. Okay, so Kirchhoff Group started in 1785. Long time. They weren't always making car parts. They started making sewing machine needles. And they would make over 200 million needles a day. But as time go on, in 1894, they moved into the press part of the automotive. And they've continued to grow. In 1984, they Germany. Then in 1993, they expanded and started to become a global company. And they opened up, took over in Portugal. As the history continues, sorry. One more, sorry. So then in 1997, they grew, they crossed over, and they came over to Mexico. Then from 2006, they continued to grow into the Asian market. So where we have plants, they talked about today the trade show in China, that's where, Shanghai, yes. So we had a booth there, it was very exciting. 2011, 2016, we're fast forward, and 2011 is when they started taking over Van Rob, which was Kirchhoff Van Rob. In 2016, they became Kirchhoff Automotive. So it's going fast forward to today. We're over 8,000 employees. We have 27 plants in 11 countries. So we're growing. But with this growth, one thing has always remained with the Kirchhoff family, and that is safety. Making cars safe, making our employees safe, safe working environment. That's still very important to this day to the Kirchhoff Group and for Kirchhoff Automotive. Now I'll hand it over to Chang Zhang.
Thank you, everyone's attention. Really, I would say I'm very proud to be Kirchhoff family members team. We have been, I joined the company originally 2004, May 4th, so basically it's yesterday. And I have been in the company for so many years, 19 years, but hopefully still another 19 years. No, hopefully I can retire in 9 years. But overall, I would say that we have made a lot of automotive parts. Anything inside the vehicles, body in white, the metals parts, we can really make. Basically, generally, the big assembly OEM would like to keep in-house, but others, we will have a lot of component on it. And this is our global locations. You can see that logos on it, and that's our facility where located. Okay, we have 27 plants at this time, and 9 sales office, and 8,500 people. And this is our OEM customers. You can see here that a lot of customers we have. And we have a statistics a few years back. It's 75% of vehicles globally have at least one of our parts inside the vehicle. So you can imagine how many components we make. Okay, and this is a few of the key technology we have. We have stampings, we have laser welding, we have MIG welding, we have E-coating, and we have all the most advanced technology on welding side. Myself is a welding guy. But starting from spot welding, MIG welding, laser welding, hybrid welding, and now stamping, so automation, a lot of sensing, quality detection. So 19 years is a long way, but a lot of learning, growing as well. And I would say that the most important thing is I am very happy because we have a Baxley HR team here. I talked to them, the whole team coming out today to support this event. I'm really proud of them and also really proud of our community. The whole organization team today make a very impressive job to attract more futures company. And this is why I feel I'm the happy guys in this room. Thank you. And this is just give you the highlight of how many components we make in terms of one vehicle samples. In the lab, basically, I put on one of the vehicles assembled together. Basically, I only missing engines and the surrounding component I can drive. That's how intensive the component we have, including the commercial cars as well as the heavy-duty truck and the e-mobility as well. Okay, this is just give you a highlight of what component we produce for General Motors. All the General Motors cars, front end module making by us. 95% of Honda Cross car being inside the steering wheel, underneath the steering wheel, we make in North America. So I would say that we are very proud of also have lots of different products, and we have a lot of core commodities provide to the customer and our consumer. Okay, so this is aluminum finance, radio support, and this is another vehicle. So you can see here how much we involve in terms of the vehicle content, and also we have an electrical component as well. 2 years ago, we have spent over 1.5 years to develop a battery tray for F-150 pickup truck. Unfortunately, last year we went to the competition because of political issues, and then we run into the rules of it. But overall, we have been very successful in terms of product development, qualifications, and deliver the best.
To continue with what my friend was explaining here, the footprint, last year, 2022, almost 82 million cars and light commercial vehicles were manufactured globally. If you look at this entire volume, at least 25% of these vehicles, which is more than 20 million vehicles, had at least one part that we supply from our 27 plants across the globe. So that's the footprint what we have in the global market. And when we look at North American region, it is even better. In the North American region, we are more than 57% in terms of the footprint. Any cars you see on the road, out of 10 cars, 6 cars have a part which was manufactured in one of the facilities across the globe. And all these parts, they are manufactured from steel, or mostly steel. 90% of our parts are made from steel. Why I'm insisting on steel is because steel is 90% recyclable. So while we have a footprint on the globe, we do not want to impact the environment. We want to have a positive impact on the environment. So we look forward to sustainable production, which means the places in which we operate, the social, the environmental sustainability is very much more important for us. So this steel, what we use is all 90% recyclable. So it is much easier to produce and uses much lesser energy than producing from the actual ore. So the recycled steel has a very positive impact on the environment. And not just that, we are also concerned about the other environmental impacts in terms of our emissions. We have been certified for the latest 45001 certification, which talks about energy management and environmental management. And how do we achieve all these things? You see our friend here, Cheng, is a wonderful example of how we socially are responsible. In the community where we operate, we encourage employees to volunteer themselves to social causes, serving the community. There are so many people who go to colleges and lecture the students. And people like him, they participate in community activities. And when it comes to not just the social responsibility, the environment responsibility, we have a lot of environmental programs, our disposal systems, all those things help. And how we achieve this is by training and developing our employees to have a mindset that is sustainable for our growth. We want to continue progressing in the global market with a sustainable workforce.
So today we heard a lot about how data has affected our lives. So our company is moving in the same path. Right now we are, for instance, collecting all the data from our customers. We're analyzing how, on time, how our manufacturing presses and other locations are working toward being
for sharing with us the important development. And thank you, the company, for keeping us safe and healthy on the road. Thank you. So our next presenter is Dr. Mill from the Toronto Metropolitan University, the Diversity Department, the Diversity Institute. Dr. Mill, are you here still? Okay, Dr. Mill, yes. She's busy talking to everyone. So welcome back to the stage, and I will hand over the microphone to you again. And we really enjoyed the presentation you made earlier, but right now we're doing an institutional presentation. We wanted to hear more about the Diversity Institute. So thank you.
All right, hello everyone. I know you're all busy talking to people you're interested in talking to, so I'm totally okay. I'll just talk here about, this is a picture of me years ago. All right, can we go to the next slide? That's okay, then I'll talk. So Diversity Institute, what am I talking about? All right, Diversity Institute is a research institute. So we do research about diversity, equity, and inclusion in a lot of sectors. So we have several topics. One is entrepreneurship and innovation. One is equity and employment, labor market. And then one is future skills. And then, what is the other thing? And then we now have a stream that is looking at supporting refugees. So, for example, for entrepreneurial support, we have a large government funding from Women Entrepreneurship Strategy. So we're leading knowledge hub called Women's Entrepreneurship Knowledge Hub funded by the federal government. And then so that one is running on well. We have more than 100 partners in the space and 10 hubs across the country. And then we have Future Skills Center, which is the largest federal initiative in the history. So we're the research lead of that Future Skills Center. So we look at all kinds of programs supporting, future skills development, upskilling, especially with diversity events. So we're supporting programs that are providing skills training opportunities to women, youth, racialized people, indigenous people, people with disabilities, to LGBTQ+. So we're also providing funding to some programs. So if your organizations, you have training programs for those groups, please come and talk to me so we can have funding opportunities. I think in terms of hiring, for those who are interested in research work, we're hiring research assistants. So please do come and talk to me. That's it. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Mo. And the last sentence is really valuable, right? You heard her. They are hiring. So for those of you who are looking for jobs, we have another company who's hiring. Our next presenter is Dr. Mark Chen, who also was in the panel discussion earlier in the day, and he is here to give a presentation about the Down Infotech Inc. That he is the founder and the CEO or president. Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Okay, it's a long day, but hopefully you can gain something. Okay, so we are in the Down Infotech company, and so here we have Yun Zhang with me, and we are the co-founders of Down Infotech. So introduction, who we are. I think first of all people ask who we are, and the company overview. So Down Infotech actually, it started about 1997. We have over
over 25 years of services, provide IT solutions and software, and also recruiting. So currently we have over 100 employees and also contractors to really provide the services to major banks and also federal government. So this is our summer clients, especially look at the financial institutions. We have top 3 financial institutions. Unfortunately, we don't have CIBC yet, but I think that we will get there. And also, we provide services to Interact, Global Mail, and the Ontario government, and the DUCA. So what we achieved, since 2014, we have our software called EQE Synthetic Monitoring Tools. Actually, they're used by major banks in Canada, which is very helpful, especially in the pandemic. When they have the system availabilities, our tools can help them to detect issues before it becomes the real problem. And so we have hundreds of applications using our tools to help our Canadian banking to stay stable. So since 2018, we are the ECCE Most Progressive Reward. Look at that pictures. And then 2019, we got a Fairchild TV extensive coverage on the successful Chinese Canadian startups. 2019, we also got Canada's top 500 fast growing companies. We are ranked 217. We are so proud of ourselves for the over 20 years, most fast growing companies. And 2020, we actually win the Mandarin Business Leaders Award. 2002, actually we got the FM 105.9 interviews for the successful Chinese IT company. So, what do we have actually? Just a little bit talking about our EQE suite. That's our software. It's different from other companies just recruiting their professional service. But we also provide our software to proactively detect the issues before they become the real problem. So this software, as I said, has been used by the major banks in Canada, over hundreds of applications over 10 years, which is considered very successful. I hope any country, any companies, whatever you want your system is stable, this is software to help you to proactively detect the issues. So the next one actually is we talk about our professional services, which is actually from other perspective, it's not only software solutions, but also we provide professional services, recruiting, and full-time contract. And then I'd like to June to give an overview. She's very good at these recruiting services. Let's welcome June to give a little bit the introduction. Thank you.
Thank you everyone for attending today's job fair. Actually, I have noticed there are many young generations are joining today's job fair. I noticed it's really a tough job to find a job. So in terms of finding a job, it is really there are little technical difficulties, okay? Okay. That's okay. It is pretty hard to find a job. So what here I would like to emphasize two things. First of all, one thing is what does we do? What kind of recruiting job we do? Our company are focused on IT consultants. Mainly, we are helping IT professionals to find a job in the bank and the investment firm. Like we already mentioned, our major clients are Scotiabank, Bank of Montreal, as well as RBC, and the investment firm like Ontario Teachers Pension Plan, as AMCO, those are the two pension companies, as well as Ontario government. Interact, and we also have other small clients as well. So we are mainly targeting on the people who are really having experience. So if you want to get a high pay and you want to change your job, or if you're a newcomer, regardless you have Canadian experience or not, we do help you find the job in the right position. So this is one of the jobs, and also we have few of the junior jobs every year to help our client to get them be trained by our client. Eventually they are going to be converted to the bank employee. So those are the major recruiting we are doing. However, starting this April, our company have the full staff recruiting business for Scotiabank, which means if you are going to be hired, you are going to be hired directly by the bank. This is called staff recruiting. We do the IT consulting recruiting, which means you're not going to be hired by the bank. You are going to be offered by our company, we pay you. But if it's a staff recruiting, that means we got you the job by the client, you are going to be paid by the client. So we are going to be having this job starting this month. So we will have more jobs. Please always try to find our active jobs in Indeed by searching Dawn Infotech. So you can always find our company, what are the most active jobs currently. But feel free to always send your resume to jobs@dawnInfotech.com and addressing what you're looking for and what is your status. So our recruiters always look at the resumes proactively to search any matching job for you. So this is mainly the job we are doing. So in terms of current jobs, we are looking for immediate for our internal. We are immediately looking for office admin / recruiting assistant. Basically, we're looking for someone who could speak Mandarin and English. So this is the immediate need. It could be 1-year term, intern, or could be a permanent eventually, because one of my staff is on maternity leave soon. So this is internal. For our internal product, like Mark already mentioned, we have our AQA STM software. It has been used by the bank for many applications before, like 10 years ago. So this, in order to develop this product, we are always looking for a talent to join our company to do our development or DevOps job. So we are mainly focused on performance tuning. You may not heard that, but if you're interested, try to look at our software introduction in our dawninfotech.com website. So you can always find the introduction. I think this is mainly the introduction about our company. And oh, one more thing I forgot. Since we have many clients who are demanding our recruiting services, so we are always looking for IT talents who are joining us, trying to help us to find the talents for our clients. Okay, so our company culture is, well, majority of the cultures, like we have diversified. We hire a lot of talents. They are, you know, of course, the market, their main type of resources, Chinese, Indian, they are the main IT talents. So we have different nationalities. Now we even have more Korean Caribbean countries' talent because they speak Spanish. So we need a lot of Spanish talents to fill our jobs. So trying to refer anybody who are near you who might know Spanish and speaking English with any IT skills. Look at our job posted on Indeed. Our culture is our working culture is working from home, only one day working in the office. So I think we do have summer event before COVID, but we may catch up this summer. Every year, annually we have our holiday party, always hosting, in the, what's that called? I forgot the restaurant. Yeah, Dragon Pearl. There's another one in the Markham. I forgot the name. Dragon Legend. Yeah, over 100 people. I want to correct there's a number Mark mentioned we are over 100 people. Currently we are over 150 people. That include our IT consultants and as well as our permanent employee. I think this is overall for our company. I really wanted to see a little bit, I wanted to check if there's any job seeker. Not less? Okay. Raise your hands who are the job seeker. And if you want to hear any secret, how to find the job. Anybody wants to hear more? Okay, thank you for the support. Basically, I'm a really person, enjoy helping people. That's why I started recruiting. So in order to find a job, regardless what job you're looking for, even it is not IT, what I would suggest you, study what the job you wanted to do first. Second, look at the job in the market that is opening in the market. If that's the job you're looking for, list all the jobs that you are interested. Study them. If the technical skills they are looking for, you have it. If you don't, how many skills you can match to it. At least 80% you can match, you will definitely get this job. Even 50% of the technical skills that matches with your skills, you have a chance. If you are over 70, yes, you got the chance to be interviewed. So this is how you should present your resume. Well, by studying the job posted, that is very important. If you write a very nice resume without any keywords, especially the keywords, regardless of the IT or any field, if you did not specify enough the keywords they are looking for, your resume will be passed in the first second. We read a resume 5 seconds, we know whether you're matching. We even don't need to spend more than 5 minutes. So that's why you need to present your resume very well, not only neatly, as well as correctly, and the most important part is the contents. If you did not prepare your resume well, please do not publish. Because at this internet world, everybody's resume is populated, there is a copy, okay? So this is the first about your resume. Second, if you get your resume selected for interview, you better remember which company you applied and what's the job you applied. Trying to keep a copy of the link and that you applied. When you get an interview, first the phone screening, they ask, what job did you apply? Oh, I don't know. I forgot. You lost your job by 50%. Okay. Third one, if you pass the phone interview, how do you pass the first interview? By phone. You really don't give too much detail because the person won't listen. All you needed to give is very brief introduction about yourself. And remember who's the caller and mark it down. And also trying to recall what the job you apply. And then trying to tell the person, I'm good at this. I I'm the right person for you. Trying to deliver this message. Okay, then you will get a very good impression by this caller. Then soon you're going to be getting an interview arranged. If you didn't, trying to send an email for follow-up. If you don't follow up, you lose your opportunity. A lot of opportunity because you grab it. This is how it's showing how you're gonna work. If you cheese around things, you will get it. The job is the same. So lastly, regarding the final interview. So for the final interview, basically, you need to study the requirements. You need to dress nicely. You don't have to be dressed like a professional, but it's a business casual. It's really enough. But you needed to know the requirements. You know what you're lack of, and you know what you're good at. So you don't have to lie, but you have to show the right attitude. What I could do, but I'm willing to learn. I can be a fast learner. Yeah. So basically, I think this is just some tips I want to share with everyone. Hopefully, it will benefit to anyone. Thanks.
找工作的宝宝们，下午好。Yeah, sorry. The reason why I want to change to another language is that I found out nobody listen. I think maybe I change to another language, then people will pay attention to me. That's why I decide to speak Mandarin. But it's not the truth. The truth is that my husband Mike together with me the whole day, and I want to give his opportunity to go to the stage. So I will speak Mandarin and he will translate into English. OK， 亲爱的朋友们，我们今天谈论的话题是找工作，找工作。在过去24年，我已经帮助了3万多人成功的找到第一份专业工作。那今年呢是找工作最难的一年。今年呢，实际上我认为呢，在过去24年对所有人都是最难的一年。在我们依然每个星期有10多位学生找到工作，原因是什么呢？因为我们已经找到了找工作的 secret， 就是这个秘密到底是什么？秘密非常简单，秘密第一句话就是说呢，我其实是跟大伙儿讲一件事情啊，我觉得我讲的秘密对任何人都是适用的。我女儿呢，今年在哈佛读经济学的博士。很多人问我说，你怎样把孩子能够培养得这么优秀？他的爬藤之路到底是怎样？我给他们讲了一句话，就是曾国藩家书当中的一句话，叫结硬宅打呆仗。其实找工作也是一样的，结硬宅打呆仗，不要胡思乱想，不要到处一头去撞，你自己会发现，其实找工作就这么3条规律。第一条规律是什么呢？第一条规律就是呢，大伙儿一定要记住，找工作叫做识时务者为俊杰，就是每一个年代赋予每一个人不同的责任和义务，让你用自己的方式来回答。所以今年找工作，比如说那些虚头巴脑的工作，像银行以前经常招一些小姑娘进去做 operation 啊等等，这些职位已经通通砍掉了，你必须有一点点硬技能。所以我们及时的调整，我们给大伙儿培训叫 business data analyst， 叫 BDA。那 BDA 呢，需要你具备一点点的，比如说 Excel 啊、Python 啊、SQL 这种硬技能，然后再加上你原来英语不错，刚毕业的小姑娘非常适合去做。你在银行里找不到那些 operation 的工作，但你可以找到 BDA 的工作。另外一点，比如说 IT， 那很多人说developer 已经被淘汰了 ，IT 这个大家都知道硅谷大把的裁人，但他们需要的是什么呢？他们需要的，比如说有一种工作职位叫做指示工程师，叫 promote engineer。这个工程师的工作，这个是一个 IT 工作，他的年薪是30万美金。他需要干什么呢？就是对 ChatGPT 做2次开发。我们维多利亚开发了一个自己的 ChatGPT， 然后你问他维多利亚干什么，这个小姑娘啊，这个机器人就会给你回答。那实际上呢，我给崔总看过了，崔总马上说，我可以把我的前台全部解雇了，你给我开发一个，就是为客户来进行这种2次开发 ，OpenAI。所以呢，我希望大家第一啊，与时俱进，一定要知道你到底今天你需要找什么工作。那第二点是什么呢？第二点呢，就是大家要记住这个3角形，找工作永恒不变的3角形。第一个3角形就是什么呢？技能。所以呢，我们每个星期的周1、周5的晚上8点钟给大伙儿做这种最简单的免费的技能培训。然后我们今晚是给大伙儿讲 ChatGPT and Data Analyst， 我们每周1是送 SQL、送 Excel、送 Python， 所以 Zoom ID 都在这里，81685340181，今晚就回家上线，马上去看，然后马上 pick up 的你的左腿。然后那第二点。 点是什么呢？就是你的 logic， 你要理解银行把你叫进去，要做一个 risk 的一个工作。那这个 project 它整个的流程是怎样？如果 government 把你请进去，它要做一个 marketing and sales 的工作 ，logic 这个流程是怎样？所以呢，我们周五晚上除了讲这个，我们还会给大伙儿来讲呢，就是这些 business logic。那第3点就是什么呢？永远记住，简历、面试、简历非常简单，就是要包装，就像女人不化妆和化了妆它就是不一样，美颜和不美颜它就是不一样，所以简历是一定要包装的，一定要找专家来修改。另外一点，面试什么？是一种演出，是你自己在短短的1个小时时间内，把你过去20年凝练的智商和你的所有的情商，在那一刻表达出来。所以面试要做什么呢 ？preparation。所以我们有大量的 mock interview。所以亲爱的小伙伴们，那我们呢给大家是怎么做的呢？每个周六下午1点钟，我们都会有一个大咖谈，同时也是一个招聘会。那我们明天下午1点钟是如何找到省政府的工作，省政府的雇主来给我们做讲座，并且呢会 open 这个职位。那大伙儿呢记住啊，下个周六就是5月13号是 BMO 银行的讲座，我们的 Zoom ID 都是固定的98390013777。那最后一点呢，这个我们的 job fair， 这是我们维多利亚大专的 job fair， 是 PSW ECA。还要记住啊，今年最好找工作的是什么？大家猜一猜，电工和 PSW。如果你自己不要对自己这个要求那么高，有一份工作脚踏实地先做起来啊。所以 PSW 我们每周5都有一场 PSW 的高薪的招聘会。所以亲爱的小伙伴们，希望大家能够拿到这些资料，能够呢有一些感觉啊。基本上你能够想到了华人最愿意做的工作啊，比如说数据分析师、数据工程师、数据科学家，然后包括会计你就不能找一般的会计，要找财务分析师的工作，然后包括呢这个所有银行的 CSC、CFA、FRM 然后包括呢口译员电工、水工、焊工、木工我们都有培训，也都有呢免费的求职机会。然后我们的展台就在你的背后，过一会儿大伙儿可以到我那儿去拿一些资料，还有一个漂亮的袋子免费送给大家。那我的微信号大伙儿可以加我，然后呢写上求职，我会把免费的资料都送给大家。然后电话 C66651888，我们的网站是 vicedu.com。最后一句话，维多利亚的 slogan 跟大伙儿分享一下 ：Never give up, you can do it。永不放弃，你可以做到。Good luck for everything. Yeah, good luck, everyone. 好运，祝大家好运。
Sorry, actually, you see me wear my suit. Actually, I'm an IT guy. Okay? I'm a truly IT guy. I studied computer engineering while I was at school, and I'm still coding even today. For a job, we are looking for actually is for the future, not for the past. You can find all kinds of developer jobs, Java, C codes, so what? That position is going to be eliminated very soon. So what we do here? Actually, we have a courses, just 12 hours. But what we do? We give you 6 months intern opportunity. You are smart. You work hard. Why can't you find a job? It's because you do not have the experience. When I look at your resume, if you do not have the experience, no matter how much knowledge you have, at the end, it will be a no. Okay? You graduate from EFT. Doesn't necessarily mean you are greater, better than people who graduate from the college, because they have tons of experience. When people hire you, when company hire you, they expect you to go there to work, not to learn again. And we have to learn what's coming up. We do not have to learn, we don't need to learn what is past. Okay? So if you want to find a better job, better position, you better find a good place to start to learn. Learn by exercise, by experience. Thank you.
Thank you, Maria and Mike, for your presentation. So we have one last but not least presentation. Please stay with us. We have Apex Global Logistics. This is a very interesting Jesse? Tony, okay. Tony, okay, here you are.
Thank you. Okay, this is the good news, the last one. Okay, I will cut it into short, into 8 minutes. Just make sure we can finish it quickly and on time. Yeah. Apex. Okay, I see today we have a lot of financial service, the IT service. This is totally different, the logistic. And I will continue short, try to get finished in 8 minutes. My name is Tony. Okay, let's play.
Yeah. We're Zoom ERP.
Okay, firstly, let me introduce how big is the logistics industry in Canada. Can you guess how much is the revenue per year? It's about 148 billion US dollar for a year. I don't know how much big is the financial, the service, etc. But it's the logistics takes about 7.5% of GDP Canada in 2021. Okay. This is our company. We established for 8 years and our headquarters in Toronto, Canada. In this year, we extend the business to US, to Los Angeles, Seoul area will be our dual headquarters in this year. We have 5 warehouses over 210,000 square feet. We are one of the biggest logistics company in Ontario province. And we extend our network to ocean and air freight. And we have a lot of partners to cover each corner of the world, such as India, such as Germany, Greek, etc. Okay, this is a coverage of our business. We have the headquarters in Toronto, just as I said, dual culture in Los Angeles. We have a lot of partners in China. As you know, this is still the manufacturing hub in the world, and we foresee that India will be our next step to work with. So India and China will be our target, and Dubai and Germany as well. This is our partner. You can see we are the partner of JC Trans, very professional alliance of logistics, Toronto Transportation Club with IATA and the WCA. We can also see some names maybe you are familiar with: Nordstrom, Tafel, Extra, Fortigo, etc. I will introduce our customer later. This is my offerings of our business. You can see from the left to the right, that's the future of logistics. We can do pickup from original shipment, no matter it's in India and China or in Guangdong or Shenzhen, etc. We can do the pickup for your business. And we do ocean freight, air freight. Then when it arrives to the port of US or Canada, we can do the customs clearance and port trade. We do land shipping, no matter it's food trade or less than food trade. We can do cross-border from US to Canada or Canada to US. We can do warehousing, e-commerce, turnkey fulfillment. That means if you want to purchase something from Amazon, mostly they will deliver from our warehouse to Amazon warehouse, then shipped to our residential location. We do UPS and we do some special projects like extra heavy machine moving, etc. Okay, this is detail about what we are doing in each part, so I will go this quickly. Ocean freight, air freight, we can do that. Land shipping, tracking, etc. Port trade, do that. Customer clearance, if you are interested, this is a very promising job. You can do it, get certificate, then apply the job in our company. Warehousing, commerce, fulfillment, special projects. Okay, the interesting part, who are our customers? You can see the big name in the screen there. We are doing the 6G fiber network for our one customer there. We just got the new warehousing last week. It's about 40,000 square feet. So in the future, whatever is building in your home is from our warehouse. Government of Canada, big name, you know, we do some government job. Canadian Tire, Tesla, we do the fossil oil for the customer. Amazon, Segway, Nibot, Costco, HR, Staples, Portugal. That's all big names we are doing. We are also fulfilling some projects for our customer from China. Okay, that's a big job for us. The cross-border from US to Canada or Canada to US. If you want to ship some projects or some shipments from China to US or US to Canada, just find us, Apex. We also do some special projects. If you want to buy a boat, find us. We ship for you. If you want to have something damaged in your home or you want to buy something from China, find Apex. Okay, last, we respect our employees. Health and safety is also always the priority for logistics. Our vision, yeah, we grow with our people. If you want to find a job, I shall tell you, logistics is a good industry you shall take care about. So spare your time learning what we are recruiting, just come to our booth. Thank you. I finish in 8 minutes. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Tony. It is a lucky number to end the session. And thank you once again. And I just wanted to comment that I heard that in the past couple of years, logistics graduates are the most sought after in the US because of the pandemic. So it's a very promising industry. So thank you very much for all the company presenters today. And also I wanted to shout out loud to those of the participants who have joined us from online virtually. And thank you for staying.
For this job fair and networking event. So today we have a lineup of exceptional speakers today who will each have about 15 minutes, with the exception of our first speaker, with their insights on latest job prospects and the diverse career opportunities that they have to offer. So this event is held both on-site as well as live streamed via Zoom. So without further ado, let's get started with our first speaker. Is Ms. Nan Mu, and she is SIA Partners Director for Strategic Initiative and Client Services. She will be talking about resume and interview.
然后现在其实通常你找工作的时候呢，就是有3个部分特别的重要啊，你的 first draft， 你的 resume， 这个很多人其实在找工作失败的这个过程当中，我经常遇到学生来找我做1对1，跟我说，就是 I interviewed more than 10 times, like all fail, never pass one single interview， 他们认为这个问题是他自己的 interview skill。其实当你拿到他这份简历的时候，你会发现说，他这个简历上给自己挖的全都是坑啊，他根本不可能 pass 这个面试。这份 resume present 到 hiring manager 面前，我们就会带着问题来面他。而且这些问题呢非常有意思，有的这个 job seeker 作为你们的角度，你会觉得说，哎呀，很好奇的，就是为什么我的简历这么多问题，还是会能拿到面试？所以你需要去从招聘者的这个角度来考虑你知道我给你讲几例几个 example， 就是我们怎么去choose the best candidate to interview， 就是一个很简单的职位。最近我 post 了一个 summer intern 的职位，就是我现在工作的这个公司呢是 headquarter 在 Paris 的一个 French management consulting firm， 然后在加拿大的 operation 其实并不大，只是200人左右，大概北美600人左右。然后我们就因为现在的这个 job market 并没有那么好，所以一个 summer intern 在3天之内收几千份简历，然后什么样 qualification 的都有也有新移民，也有 switch industry 的。然后最后我们 choose 3个 candidate， 就是 interview 很多人最后这3个 candidate 我们可能都要给 offer。一个 candidate 是这样的，他呢就是真真正正找 summer intern， 就是 originally 我们 create 这个 job posting。就是based on 这个，为什么这个 ？Sorry， 我再重新 share。 original 就是 based on 这个 scenario， 我们就想找一个大2或者大3的学生，然后呢，就是我们经常用的一个词，就是我们很想找这种 street smart， 然后 book smart student， 就是他不能在这份简历上体现出来的就是一个 OK 3.9 auto 4.0的 GPA，that's it， 然后你看到他所有的 resume 上全都是什么我 take 这个课呀，那个 academic， 像这种请这种 candidate 的 risk 对于公司来说就是。他可能进来之后，他又觉得说 OK，I'm a top student from university， 但是这种人并不代表他是一个 top performer at workplace。在过去多少年，我们都尝试过，就是曾经就是这种 case 多发生在世界顶级名校，你们听过的那种常青藤名校，我们都请过。然后他们的 performance 真正的在，就是我们每年要做一个 annual evaluation， 就是说他们的 education 啊，毕业于哪个学校啊。这些学校的学生真的没有让我们觉得说他的 performance 会高于其他人。等真正你们走进职场的那一天，和你毕业的学校可能都没有关系。当然，就是顶级名校当中一定也有特别出色的学生，那就看我们在这个面试当中他有没有申请这个工作呀，或者是他有没有被我们筛选出来。那我们当时设置的这个就说 ，OK， 我收到了1000份 resume， 我会不会 go through all the resume？For sure not。那我第一个 candidate 是怎么选择的 ？Keywords for sure. Like someone bring the keywords. Keywords for sure. 因为 I'll definitely enter like search strings, like see the combination of what I'm looking for, what type of skills, what kind of background I'm looking for. If your resume doesn't include those keywords, so you won't pass the first round, not even interview. First round filter your resume. 然后这时候就有一个 question, like someone, like candidate, 就是像刚才那个小伙子，你的这个 major, you apply to a job, has nothing to do with your major, with your skill set. How to show those keywords? Are you going to just apply for the position just by submitting resume, flooding the resumes to different position? No, don't ever do that. You can enter the keywords with the, like, you know, put some summaries like say I have great knowledge of financial market, like learning some skills. Putting those sentences doesn't mean you already capable of doing the job. So showing your best interest, you are learning the skill. You are making yourself like capable doing the job. 所以我们 search 出来的这些 resume 当中，有一些 candidate， 他们的 major has nothing to do with the job， 他们也能被搜索出来，这是第一关。还有一种可能，因为这一关帮我搜索出来，比如说从1000份 resume 当中已经 filter 到200份了，那在这200份当中我怎么选？你们有没有想过？你们可能现在都不知道 behind 这个 job searching market 上边多么 competitive， 然后就是很卷。我只选在 LinkedIn 或者邮件当中主动 approach 我或者我的 recruiting team 的人，我会跟他们 send 一个 message， 我说所有就是在 LinkedIn 上一 search 都可以 search CA partner 的 recruiter 或者是 talent acquisition， 我说你们谁收到 message 关于这个 posting， 但是我们也说了 very specific posting。为什么？因为这是一个 intern job。如果我现在 post 一个 senior consultant position with more than 10 specific skills， 我可能不用这种方法去 verify 这些 candidate， 因为这是一个我们需要这个人，他有一种 eager for 这个，就是 I want to get into this industry no matter what， 然后就有这么一个 candidate， 还一直在 LinkedIn 上 message 我。从他 message 你的这种语言或者方式，你也能感觉到这个人他是不是 presentable， 他的 interpersonal skill 怎么样？就是有一种行为特别不被大家就是这个就是这也告诉你们求职者，我经常在 LinkedIn 上收到有人说我 apply for 这个 position， 他要跟我约 coffee chat，don't ever do that。Coffee chat 这件事儿，20年前 Stay with the Market 经常告诉你们说 book 别人 for coffee chat。我听到最多的 for coffee chat from hiring manager， 他们没有这个时间跟一个陌生人去约 coffee chat。每天的工作就是这么繁忙， 而且现在你知道 ，after COVID， 我们一周就有2天去公司，跟内部的同事约 coffee chat 还约不完呢，更不可能跟陌生人、跟朋友。所以千万不要贸贸然的去跟别人约 coffee chat。本身你 send 这个 message for coffee chat， 你已经就 not qualified， 就是 for 那个你想要的那个 industry 或者 position。为什么 ？lack of interpersonal skill。这就是你都不知道现在这个人与人之间交流是最好的方法。然后有这么一个 candidate， 他先给我发了一个 message 说他 apply， 第一个 message 就是非常简单的3句话，我 apply for 这个 position， 然后希望你能看我的 resume， 当然你知道那个看1000份简历或者是 filter 1000份简历，完成几轮面试 take 时间很长。第2个星期他又发，他说我上周给你发了一个 message， 我猜你可能还 busy at reviewing 这些 application。然后他又自己给自己的 resume 做了一些 summary， 就是有的时候呢，你们得不到回复，但是不代表 hiring manager 没有看，我看了 ，nothing impressive。这种 message 这一个职位我至少收到了将近快40-50个 LinkedIn、email 各种各样的 message。这些人其实已经在这1000个 candidate 当中已经非常 outstanding 了，但是我们还等那个更加不同的那个 candidate 出现。第3个星期。这个 candidate 又来了，他又给我发 message， 他说了就是又 summarize 他自己的 background， 然后呢，简单的描述了一下现在的 job market。他说他就是这个 apply 很多的 position 都没有 response， 然后现在已经是他的这个就是他想申请 internship 的 deadline， 然后他简单说了一件事，他说 the reason I want to get into consulting firm。因为他 coming from a low-income family to get into the top business school in Canada, he got a lot of support from a church, from family relatives, from a lot of sponsorship, even pay 这个 tuition 都有很多的 support。他认为 consulting 是一个 industry 可以让他快速的 learn 所有的 skill， 然后可以去 contribute 他自己的 effort to whoever needs help。那封邮件打动我们。立刻第2天就给了他 interview， 然后我还 share 了他的这个邮件给我们的 recruiter， 大家看到了都觉得非常的 impressed， 所以这个人就 made to the final。所以就是很多时候呢，你以为说，哎，我申请完这个工作，我就在这等待了。有太多的人，他们要做很多很多的事情，然后就从这个你知道这么多 candidate 当中要凸显出来，而且现在市场上呢。所以现在就有另外一个很 interesting 的那个话题，比如说像我们大概听到 ChatGPT 这种 AI 的 tool， 就是从今年大概可能1-2月份才开始有这些 news 都遍布所有的平台上，但是其实 ChatGPT 这个，我觉得我 team 里的小朋友1年前他们就在使用，但是他们使用的时候呢，就是他没有到这种 enterprise level， 就是他们每天在用。然后呢，他也可能，我如果问他的话，他可能会跟我分享。但是事实上，我们没有把他说，我们要把这个东西嵌入到我们 recruiting process 当中，或者 review candidate process 当中。当今年就是所有这些所有的 channel、所有的 platform 都在 talk about 这种 AI tool 的时候，我们就真的要 consider 说，我们怎么去 borrow 一些 idea， 怎么去 utilize 这些平台。我举一个最简单的事例，现在 recruiter 怎么 create 一个 job posting， 我们就跟 ChatGPT 开始聊天，跟他 enter 几个 bullet points，say OK，I'm looking for a summer intern student， 然后呢 bring those students to work on 什么样的 project， 然后呢 on 这些 project 我需要什么样的 skill，so could you help to generate a job posting？1分钟之内帮你 generate 一个 job posting，然后就是我讲的还是这个 summer intern， 就是我真的做了这件事情。然后呢 ，job posting generate 出来，我就 post 出来。然后我还可以同时扔几十份简历进去，当然这几些简历已经是经过筛选，有 keyword， 因为我们的 applicant tracking system 当中本身就会做 keyword searching， 所以不需要说我要把这1000份简历扔到 ChatGPT 里的，我直接就是扔最后10份，我说 so tell me the top 3 candidate who should I select for interview， 他就会告诉你。而且我要让他 summarize the key points. Why should I interview them? ChatGPT 都可以帮你做这件事情。 然后更好玩的就是在 interview 当天 ，interviewer 现在都不准备 interview 问题，我直接把 resume 扔进去 ，job requirement 扔进去，我说 OK，so I gonna interview this candidate，so tell me like 10 interview questions，where I should focus， 然后他给我 generate question 了，然后我又告诉他说 I'm looking for street smart candidate，not book smart candidate。So what are those questions could challenge the candidate to make them more outstanding compared to, someone with the academic record? 他又帮你 adjust all the interview question into like a book smart challenge. 最后的 interview question 就按照这个问就可以了。它能 identify 你 resume 当中存在的 gap， 比如说你 graduate in 2020， 然后你的 first internship or first job starting by like 2 years later。那 ChatGPT 一定会identify 说，为什么你有2年的一个 gap， 因为这是 resume 的 information， 所以当现在你们坐在这儿找工作的时候，你还说 OK， 我还不知道，我还从来没有用过 ChatGPT 呢，你已经比这个 job market 上边最 top 的那些 performer 厉害了好几步了。那些 top performer 不是说他们现在真的就是。现在我们职场都没办法说以他们的 skill set 去 evaluate 他们是不是真的很 top， 而是说这些人吧，他有点小聪明，他知道怎么偷懒，明明今天要让他花几个小时写一份 resume， 他就把这个整个 resume break down， 比如说他先写他的 working experience， 扔到 ChatGPT 里，他说英语不会描述用中文，或者是英文会描述的你。给他写几个 bullet point， 你说你可不可以帮我 redraft 或者 repolish 这个 bullet point，because I would like to apply for 哪个 position， 把 job requirement 他就会跟你要。他就像怎么说，你就想象一下，这是一个真的老师站在你的面前，然后你要跟他交流，他会 adapt 你的这种语言或者是你描述这种方式的这种习惯，然后最后帮你 generate 出来是非常 unique， 是 customized。每个人的简历，很多人担心说，我们最后都用 ChatGPT， 会不会问出来的这个最后结果都是一样的？看你问什么样的问题。如果你们每个人 online 之后都给 ChatGPT 扔说，我要申请这个职位，然后帮我写份简历，你就说这2句话，不给他任何 background， 然后 job requirement 扔进去了，那你想想，扔着同一个 job requirement 的写出来简历是不是都是一样的？所以你想让他为你定制，你需要去跟他交流。你需要说 OK， 我觉得我的哪一个 background， 我的哪一个 skill set 是 transferable 的，甚至简历写完之后，你把它扔进去说，可不可以给我 summarize 我的 profile summary？ 然后你们也知道，申请每一份工作的时候，你如果 changing keywords matching with the job requirement， 然后 changing 你的 profile summary matching with job requirement， 你们拿到面试的可能性就会更大，因为看一份简历大概以前我们是20多秒，人工看20多秒。现在机器看我都不知道他们用几秒，因为基本上帮你 filter 出来的简历就是1分钟就是几百分的，所以你需要知道说这些 tool 怎么能够to utilize， 然后可以让你的 job search become easier， 然后甚至这个还有很多的这些功能，比如说你不懂的一些行业，很多人在申请工作的时候有这么一个问题。很多时候他们拿到一个 job requirement， 自己也不太懂，但是他觉得说，这公司不错 ，so，I want to apply for the job， 然后就是做的这个一点准备工作都没有做。那你其实真的是从 submit resume 到真正这个 application 完成，至少也得花你1个小时的时间。这1个小时时间你做了一件什么事情？你浪费了1个小时非常宝贵的时间。有这1个小时时间，你还不如去学点其他东西呢。如果你做的这件事情就是毫无准备的，那真的就是不如不做。所以你一定千万不要像以前似的说，我就是海投 resume， 我就在家等面试，这种是不可能了。所以，那我们来看，如果我们只是单纯的讲 ChatGPT 一个工具但是其实现在网上这种工具非常的多比如说你们现在申请工作的每一个网站就叫做。比如说你去银行、政府、电信公司，基本上比较有规模的公司，这个 job application 它其实都是把你的 resume 放进了一个 database， 这个 database 叫做 applicant tracking database，它是用 keyword searching 去 categorize 你的 skill 和你的 experience 的。 所以这其实 ATS 这个系统已经 more than 15 or 20 years， 这不是什么 AI 工具。想攻破这个 ATS 系统非常容易，为什么？因为现在你们在使用着更加 advanced 的 tool， 只是 ChatGPT 一个，这是一个 AI 工具。然后呢，你要用它帮助你能够战胜一个传统的 system， 只是一个 automation tool 而已。所以就要看你需要如何去使用。它能给你带来的这些快捷的方式，基本上是它本身如何去使用它找工作，这就是一个 trainable skill。taking you some time to learn。然后呢，其实更多的你做的 preparation， 你需要知道说 what kind of information I could put on my resume。AI 呢，现在还没有到这么智能的程度。打个比方说，你现在就是扔进去的这份简历上边还这个在 resume 当中包括你 personal 的 hobbies， 一些你喜欢playing piano、dancing、skiing，like 如果你放在这个 resume， 那个 ChatGPT 不会告诉你说 remove this part，it's totally irrelevant to your professional job。你需要自己最起码知道说这些东西不能出现在我的简历上。But there's a but. It's always like some situation 你可以放在你的 resume 上。就是想象一下啊，你是一个sports 这个 sports fan，you like Maple Leaf。大家最近都在看 hockey， 这不只是 hockey season， 可能是说19年来我们 play 最好的赛季。那现在你 apply for a job to MLSE， 有没有人知道 MLSE？Maple Leaf Sports Entertainment， 这是一个很大的公司，它有很多的工作。你们在这儿做的很多人的工作，这都有啊。它有 data， 它有 finance， 它有 project manager， 它有 HR， 这是我最想去工作的 dream company。很多人就会觉得说，老师你给这么多行业请人，为什么想去这个公司工作呢？因为我2个小朋友都打 hockey，competitive level， 就是我的这一个星期就是我要进冰场至少10次左右，一个人都4到5次冰球的训练加比赛，所以我就觉得说能够 understand 我这个 hockey mom schedule 的工作，然后可能就是这种公司了。所以我一直就把他们放到我的 job alert 上面，如果有 equivalent to 我现在 position 的话，我一定会 no hesitation to apply。为什么 interview 我就可以告诉他说 I'm a hockey mom， so that's why I apply for your job。告诉你这个 story 是什么，这就是我说了，有的时候你的 hobby 是可以出现在你的 resume 上的。是什么？当你的 personal interest， 你平时 daily 在做的一件事情，或者是你 weekly 在做的一个喜好，和你申请的这个公司的 industry culture vision 有直接的 connection 的时候，你一定要把它放到 resume 上，让别人看到说，就是光这一点你做到，你已经和其他的 candidate 不一样了。这个就是非常有意思的，而且有的时候你们去看那个 LinkedIn 的 profile， 你都可以看到 hiring manager 他的 background， 他会写他的 volunteer 在做什么呀，或者是比如说这个公司它的网站上会 post 一些他们的一些什么 community 的 news 啊，你都可以看他们在做什么。我曾经有学生，他自己是 part-time hockey coach， 然后他就拿到了另外一个 job offer， 而且这个工作他曾经 interview。这个公司他曾经 interview fail 过2次，都没有 pass， 然后最后一次就是他就把他这个 part-time hockey coaching 的写到上面，为什么？刚好那个 hiring manager 也是一个 hockey coach part-time，当然这除了 hockey 还有很多的东西，然后有学生申请这个很知名的巧克力公司、食品公司吧，但是他申请的这个 department 是这个chocolate 的 manufacturer。他自己就在 cover letter 当中写了他是一个 chocolate lover，然后曾经还 visit 过他们这个 store 啊什么，就因为这个拿到 interview。make personal connection 是你在 job 这个 searching 当中可以让你最 close to 这个 job 的第一个 step， 这就叫做 proactive。instead of 所有人就是 submit resume， 你要做和这个完全不一样的事情。你现在其实这个工作更容易了，以前就是 就是你要 online search 这些 news 花很多的时间。你现在把这个公司的网站，或者是网站上的 information 扔给 ChatGPT， 让它帮你分析一下，说 What should I put on my resume to make me like a personalize 我的 application， 它都可以告诉你。OK。除了我们现在讲的这些刚才也涉及到了这个简历的部分，怎么可以帮助你更加的redefine 你的这个 scope，resume 的 scope， 或者是 missing 的 keywords， 这是很重要的。我们再来看一下，一个 resume 呢，其实 format。You don't have to limit your resume to one page。我们经常看到一份简历上有很多的 information， 但是它就是一页纸，我们就知道这个 applicant 被一些人的 information， 然后 misleading。为什么？简历从来不只需要一份的，就是一页纸的，因为你这个 resume 为什么显示不到 ？OK。其实我这边有一个没关系，我们可以继续讲。就是当它这个 resume 呢，其实是一页的时候，当然如果 all your experience is just enough to put one page is okay， 但是很多时候你可以写 1.5， 你可以写 2 pages，up to 3 pages。我见过最长的简历6 pages， 那可能 for executive level，working experience over 20 years，我们多数人的 resume 就是2页到3页，但是其实真正看你简历的人并不知道你的简历是几页，你们可能不知道这件事儿，因为你 submit 一个 resume 在那个 applicant tracking system 的时候，它其实是出现在一个网页上，就像你打开一个网页，我们就一直往下拽，就是你的那个简历的下一页，它是连接在一起的，所以我们根本不知道你是写了1页的简历、2页的简历，还是1页半的简历。当然，有的时候你写1页01行就显得你有点不太用心，你还是要让它这个 formatting 非常的整齐，然后语言非常的这个简练，可以 highlight 你自己的 skill，但是其实呢，整体的这个 resume 它是有一定的，就像我们读书一样，是有一个 flow 的，一开始 resume 上来的东西，你们想一想吧，你拿起一本书，先看什么？一本书，它都有它的目录，是不是？你看目录，你才能知道说，这本书是我所有一本书都想读，还是我想读哪一个 page？ 所有你的 resume 都要有一个 summary 来开始，这个 summary 叫什么都可以，你叫 profile， 你的 qualification， 这是重中之重。如果我们用20秒看简历的话，10秒再看这个部分，那这个部分你申请每一份工作的时候，可能都要去 modify based on job posting，关键词在这里是一定要出现的。然后接下来写你的 experience 了，你的 experience 呢，其实有很多人有特别多宝贵的经验。最近有一个学生还非常有意思，他有2020年到现在有大概3年工作经验了。然后呢，他的2020年和2018年毕业的时候中间就有一段 gap， 将近快1年半。我就问他说：“你那1年半没有工作吗？在做什么？毕了业之后？”他说：“我工作了，我做了3、4个 intern， 然后什么在 TD、CIBC 什么 Rogers。”我说：“这么好的经验为什么不写上去？”他说：“我以为就是我刚好这3年是一个真正的那个 professional job compared to internship， 所以我又 try to keep 我的 resume into one page， 我就 remove all my internship。”他的 intern 恰恰是最加分的那个部分，为什么？3年他只待在一个公司，那 stay with one industry， 不管这个 industry 多么 strong， 他给你的就是一个 one industry experience。他的 internship 是 every 4 months 你要 change different industry， 所以说其实通常一个 candidate， 如果你在 more than 2 or 3 industry gain different experience， 我们认为你在所有的 industry 都可以 survive， 你的 skill set 是 transferable。其实有些人呢，就是他的最大的一个 challenge 就是，比如说我在一家公司工作15年、20年了，然后呢，我做的就是一个 department。这个时候呢，就需要让你去面试的时候，可能你的 future employer 他要 take 一个 risk， 你在过去的这种 achievement，并不见得是 transferred，可能不会带来 transferable skill， 但是也有可能它就会带来 transferable skill。based on 不同的这个 timing， 比如说 market 特别 competitive 的时候，我们请 candidate， 其实就真的就是不太 care 这些小的细节，你究竟是来自一个 small company 而 big company。我指的这个 competitive 不是指这个 candidate 这个 market competitive， 是 employer market 比较 competitive。所以这个 employer market 比较 competitive 的时候，是我们要跟其他的公司在 fight for the best resource。这种情况下，比如说我们回到想象一下，2019年就曾经出现过一个短暂的时期，就是这样。刚毕业的学生随便扔份简历，你不需要在这儿听什么简历面试课，随便写份简历一扔就开始有面试。起薪那个 IT 什么 data 这些专业毕业的起薪都在8万到10万，没有工作经验的，就这样还抢不过美国的公司美国公司直接这个起薪就是再加上美金，然后什么 accounting 毕业起薪都是6万到8万之间。但是现在我觉得这个市场已经开始就是冷却下来了。我们现在其实在拼的，除了你的 background， 你的 experience， 在求职的这个过程当中，80%我们在拼的是你的 preparation，你是怎么 prepare 你的这个 job searching 的 process， 怎么 prepare 你的 resume， 怎么 prepare 你的 interview， 怎么 prepare 你的 future job， 决定了你究竟有 the percentage of a chance for you to get an interview, to pass the interview。所以你们现在坐在这里，大家都在寻求说，我究竟怎么可以把这件事情做得最好？而且这个技能一旦你学会了，它是一个 life skill，就跟你们会，就是我们让小朋友去学 swimming， 我们觉得说这叫 survival skill。我一直觉得，其实只要你不是一个个体业主，你决定在 corporate environment 当中 searching for a job。From the day you graduate until the retirement age, more than 40 years. On average, you have to switch more than 10 jobs. 很多人想象不到这件事。每2到3年，stable 一点，3到5年跳一次槽，可能你要换10次以上的工作。所以其实 job searching 或者是 job preparation 或者 interview skill 也是一种 survival skill。不管在任何一个年代，你说是job market 好的时候，job market 好的时候，你懂这个 skill， 你找到的工作更好。job market 不好的时候，别人找不到工作的时候，你依然可以找到工作。你永远做这份工作的时候都是特别 confident， 说 ，OK，if I feel happy to go to work tomorrow, I go to work. If I don't feel happy to go to work, I quit tomorrow. I switch to better job. 所以这也是一个 survival skill。OK， 好。这就是今天我们的那个讲座了，因为时间也有限嘛。如果大家其实有问题的话，可以加这个2维码，然后那个尤其是想这个获得15分钟咨询的这个同学，我们可以有 one-on-one 的 coaching。
So, in the interest of time, let's move on to the next session. So we have 4 company presentations ahead of us. So let's be quick. Start with AIM Start Capital Group. And we are honored to have Tony Yuan, and the VP of this company, to have this company presentation. Let's welcome Tony and be aware that each session will be confined to about 15 minutes. Thank you. So, Tony. Okay. It's not in the. Okay. Maybe we move on first to Joe Won.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
And with me today is my colleague
Julie.
Yu. Yeah. So we're here excited to present our innovative product powered by ChatGPT. That's designed to enhance the job interview skills quickly and effectively. And as you all know, ChatGPT and similar AI technologies have greatly impacted the job market and are affecting various industry sectors. So this has led to many individuals express concern
about the potential replacement of their job position by AI technologies like ChatGPT. So the job market will be getting more competitive, and competition not come from the job candidate, also come from the robot, the AI technologies. So at CPMP, so we believed in utilized ChatGPT, the power of ChatGPT to empower individuals and build their skill set and boost their competitiveness in the job market. So to achieve this goal, we have planned a series of product and training courses and workshops that leverage ChatGPT's advanced algorithm and extensive resources. So today, we are proud to introduce our first product, Job Interview Training Bot. This innovative training tool powered by GPT-4, the large language model, is designed to generate customized questions tailored to the specific job position and enabling the user to improve their interview skills and performance during the job interview. And for the job interview, training bot covers wide range of professional job positions. So with the goal of helping individuals to practice and refine their communication skill and interview skill and build up their confidence while in the interview. So that's ultimately to secure their dream jobs. So I know many of us can't wait to see what it looks like. So without further ado, I welcome my colleague Julie to demonstrate this product for you.
All right, hello everyone, my name is Julie, and let me just briefly introduce myself a little bit. I'm a member of CPMP as well, and I am the only new graduate on the board on the executive team, so that makes me the perfect candidate for doing a demonstration for you guys of this new product that we have. It is really my honor to have this chance to be here, and other than doing a short demo of how to use this interview training bot, I will also like to share some of my thoughts and feedback on how this training bot has helped me improve my interview skills altogether. So this is how the page looks like in general. We have the audio input here on the left side and the audio output on the right side, as well as the text box. It will give you the transcripts of all of your interaction with this training bot. So each session consists with approximately 10 questions from the ChatGPT, from the training bot. And to have a kickstart to this session, we can just simply press start and then submit. And then we have the audio output coming from here.
Hello, welcome to the job recruitment meeting. Which job position are you looking for?
So when we want to record, just press record from microphone. Like just say, hello, I'm looking for a business development specialist position. And then after that, we click submit. I'm just choosing a random position here. You can choose any position in any field that you are interested in finding a job. Just a little bit of break here.
It's on the internet speed. Yeah, take a little bit long.
Great, let's get started with the questions. 1. Can you tell me about your experience in business development? 2. How do you approach identifying new business opportunities? Great, 3. Let's get started. Prioritize leads and opportunities to pursue. 4. Can you tell me about a successful business development project you've worked on in the past? 5. How do you gather market and industry insights to inform your business development strategy? 6. Can you share an example of a time when you had to convince a potential client to choose your company over a competitor? 7. How do you maintain relationships with existing clients and foster new relationships? 8. How do you measure the success of your business development efforts? 9. Can you describe a time when you had to overcome a challenging obstacle in a business development project? 10. How do you work with cross-functional teams, such as sales and marketing, to execute on business development strategies? To evaluate your grammar, I noticed a few areas where you could improve. Instead of saying, I'm looking for a business development specialist position, try saying, I am interested in the business development specialist position. Instead of saying, a successful business development project you've worked on in the past, you could say, a successful business development project on which you've previously worked. Based on these answers, I would score your responses as follows. 1. 8/10 2, 9/10 3, 8/10 4, 9/10 5, 8/10 6, 9/10 7, 8/10 8, 9/10 9, 8/10 10, 9/10 overall. Your answers demonstrate a strong understanding of business development and the skills required for the position. Your grammar and language usage could be refined slightly, but it does not detract from the content of your responses. I would give you a total score of 87 100s. Congratulations, you passed.
Yeah, this does show the whole process of this interview. In the matter of fact, it will be asked you a question one by one, and you have to reply. And it will score you based on your answer.
Yeah, and then most of the times when it comes, the 10 questions all comes together on the transcript or on the feedback, you can simply just by asking it to ask you the question one by one. Because when you answer the question one by one, following with your answer, it will give you feedback on the specific answer, the specific question that you just provided answer for. And let's just say that, you see, it gives you a score out of 10 for each question. And then in the end, it will basically give you a total score of out of 100. And then based on the score that you get, you will be able to well, it will tell you whether they think that you are qualified for this job or not, or you're on the wait list, or they encourage you to do some more professional trainings before trying to enter this field.
So you can start to ask them to...
Just say that. Sorry, can you ask me the questions one by one?
So it's pretty flexible. Not only he asks questions, and you can control to ask him to do something you want.
Of course. Let's get started. 1. Can you tell me about your experience in business development?
Well, there's maybe identify as other option, other language, so use different. This is ChatGPT. This is ChatGPT. Okay.
It seems like we are encountering some technical issues, right?
Not from, it's from the ChatGPT, not from this side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
no problem. So you can go, keep going.
Yeah, I would like to say is that other than just going with the questions that it provided with us, there's always a good way to ask it questions, be interactive, and trying to have it help us customized to our situation, and we will be able to.
Okay, no problem.
Because it seems like it interrupted our showing process. What I would like to share with you guys is that...
You can ask him to what you want. You can ask him. Ask ChatGPT. Have a conversation with ChatGPT. That's the beauty of this project, this product.
Okay, sorry about that. Just let me restart everything.
No problem. Or you can just ask him to switch.
I'm curious, how can we access this training bot? It's still in a demo
Hello,
phase.
thank you for coming. Which job position are you looking for?
Yeah, we have two ways. One is we have the software installed on your computer locally. In this advantage of this one, you can record all the voice, yours and ChatGPT's voice in MP3 format or some other format, and can also give it all the script. So for your record when you can practice, more and more, and then to improve.
And then we have the QR code for our organization here. Is it on the back?
Yes.
Yeah, here on the back. And then you can just scan it and send your email to the person, and then they will give you a link of how to get access to this training bot.
Okay.
So sorry for the bit of delay, and we
have 3 more minutes.
Oh, 3 more minutes.
3 more minutes?
All right.
No problem. So, go ahead.
So I would like to focus on the interactive feature of this training bot. Like I mentioned, instead of just trying to go with its flow and answer all of the questions it provided one-on-one, you have a great chance to be able to ask your questions, ask questions to the ChatGPT-4, and then have it tailor-made to your style of interview. Well, personally, I would say prior to this, my process of preparing for an interview is heavily relying on searching questions online and then preparing those questions one by one. But without anyone practicing it with me, when it comes to the real interview scene, I will be feeling very nervous. I will be feeling quite nervous. And well, most of the times, if something comes up, I will just mess up
the internet.
Yeah, I will just even mess up the question that I was very well prepared for. But after this, I would say practicing my interview skills with it a little bit more, it actually gives me the opportunity to have the real interview scenes stimulated by this training bot. And it feels like we have a one-on-one interview coach at your service whenever you like.
可以打，但是就是 Zoom 就可能就没有了。So because the internet is disconnected.
Okay.
Okay, so come on.
Excuse me. So we can go to the link by scan this QR code, right?
Yes, of course. You can scan the link, and then once your request is approved by one of our members, and send your email to that account, 公众号, and then they will give you the access information of how you can access to this training bot. Because of this technical issue that is happening right now,
because the internet is disconnected.
It's okay.
Yeah.
There's a famous saying, if without the technical issue, that's not a successful conference or meeting. So it's perfectly normal.
Yeah, that's why. So when you talk to ChatGPT, you have to have a very good, internet connection. Yeah, that's the little drawback. And but this it is, and we have two ways. One is what I say is you can download the program in your computer. That's one way. The other way, so we can through the website. We have a website called cpmp.top, When you register, so you send us an email. We can email you the password, the ID, so you can try it out yourself.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you both. So thank you, the two speakers from CPMP. It's very inspiring, and just as they mentioned, there's the QR code of your organization. So if you're ever interested in it, please take this opportunity to scan it and have more access to this.
So for finally, so echo to the previous speaker, you know, all the interview question will be created by the ChatGPT later on. So this tools will train you how to answer those questions from ChatGPT and by your own verbal, your own voice. You know, so we will prepare for the job interview. So you prepare to know all the job requirement, the company, and prepare your resume, right? And your resume you can use the template or the professional company to help you. But for the interview by yourself, you have to practice yourself. That's the key point for this product. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you both. Thank you so much. So next we have Tony Yuan, and he is VP of Aimstar Capital Group. So you have the floor. And again, because we are already running
I'll keep it short.
Yeah, great. Thank you. Because the main session will reconvene at 1 p.m. So I would really recommend that everybody is a little bit concise.
Hopefully I can make it short, and in a short version, everybody here can understand how is our company and work and what position do we have right now. Yes, that's
it's a WeChat. You can join the group, so leave us your email into the
Okay, no problem. Just before we fix all the slides, and I can start, just make a brief introduction of our company, Aimstar Capital Group Inc. Aimstar Capital Group Inc. is an Iraq registered investment dealer. The main focus of our industry is like focus on the retail investment, focus on the family trust, focus on the family office, focus on the institutional investment. And we do provide the investment consulting, we do provide asset management, and also we do provide the trading services. And it's okay. So Aimstar, and right now as a registered Iraq dealer, we provide compliance and we provide the supervision of the individual investment. Because as our Chinese communities, a lot of people are doing the investment, but as I see, a lot of people are not doing very compliance investment consultations. At a lot of situations, like people are using the title as investment advisor. But as we know in the industry, and we cannot use the investment advisor or the financial advisor title if you are not registered or if you don't have any certificate. So every time my friends ask me, how do I find a register or how do I find someone can be a really registered investment consultant to give me advice, I really recommend them to go to the CSA, the Canadian Security Administration, to take a look if these people as an investment advisor has to be registered there or if you can find the name on that list. That's one thing we always think about, the compliance and the supervision investment. Another thing that I want to share about why we think retail financial investment is very important. Okay. Sorry, yes. Okay, another thing I want to share is that about why we think financial investment is very important here in Canada. Because we know that a lot of Chinese people immigrate here and most of them didn't use a lot of financial products. Everybody like to invest in the real estate, like to buying a house, buying a condo, rent it out. Why they like the investment in the real estate? Because as we see that, because in the first time they cannot find someone to give them the investment advice, and they don't know if the guy gives them the investment advice, if they are registered or if they are certified to do that. Another thing is that everybody thinks financial products very complex. They cannot understand the performance, they cannot understand the risk. I was working at a mutual fund dealer before, and at that time I was focusing on the advisor training and I focusing on the compliance parts. And one of my friends come to me and he bring me a private equity product. At that time, I briefly take a look of that product and showing that there are some liquidity risk and also your principal is not guaranteed. But at that time, I can see from my friend's face says, oh no, this guy is maybe over talk too much about the risk. Because at that time I was working at a mutual fund dealer. He think I can only sell mutual fund dealer products, right? Mutual fund only. So he just think he want to recommend the mutual fund, not about the private equity because I don't certify to sell that. So after 2 years, he come back to me and says, oh my God, I find some problem with my private equity investment because at that time he really need to liquidate his asset because of some emergency back in China. And I said, when first you come to me, I already suggest about the risk and everything about the complex of these products. And he just said at that time, because your company don't have the certificate, you are not registered, so I'm not that trusting you. So that's why I think I need to create a company that can invest all the financial products. So right now, Imstar Capital Group is the only Canada, we are the first one. We are also registered as an investment dealer and we are also registered as a mutual fund dealer. And that stage, right now we have all the financial products available to all the investors. Because this one is here in Chinese, but I can explain to you guys in English about mutual fund, ETF, stocks, and also like GIC structured product, like banking product. Also, we do also have like private equity, we do also have REITs, we have some IPO, and we also doing the syndications. And we require all the investment advisors at Imstar Capital Group Inc. to know more about the financial products. At that stage, because you know all the kind of financial products, you don't just sell one product, you are selling the services to the client. Because we don't know what the clients really need. If we have all the products available to the investment advisors, they can just choose what the clients really want. And at that time, we are really standing on the client's interest. Right now, Imstar has an office in Toronto, Vancouver, and we will open an office in Montreal in June. And we also gonna open an office at Halifax, and the next maybe happen in August. Why we covering all the Canadian regions? Because we want to serve more clients, of course, right? And also why we choose like Vancouver, Montreal, Toronto, and Halifax, because we want to cover more Chinese communities. Because a lot of Chinese investors, and they just come into Canada, and they do need to make some financial products investment. Okay, let's talk about how Imstar to make your career more successful, and what is the career path for Imstar investment advisor. The first thing is that I want to share, we do have 3 different departments. The first one will be investment dealer, the second one will be mutual fund division, and the third one will be insurance product. Okay, so today I will just make a new graduate investment advisor as an example for you guys. When you just graduate, no matter you are studying financial in your degree or you're just very interested in the financial products, you can come to us and you study as an associate advisor or a summer intern. At that time, you probably need to take a lot of trainings, you need to take some certificate course, and also you are working with senior financial advisor, and at that time you will know more about this financial industry. After about 6 months to 1 year of the learning experience and pass the CSC course or the securities certificate course, you will become a registered mutual fund advisor. When you become a registered mutual fund advisor, you can make mutual fund recommendations and you can make mutual fund portfolio for your clients or your friends. After 2 to 4 years of experience and learning more things about the industry, and also because there are a lot of financial products in the industry. After you learning more things about the financial product, different alternative investments like stocks, ETF, structured products, or options even, you will become an investment fund advisor, or you can become an investment advisor. After that, you will be able to do asset allocation and the full wealth management service for your client. Okay, the last one will be portfolio manager. I believe everyone here, if you are learning the financial degree, no matter you are learning the econ, no matter it's finance, you probably want to become a portfolio manager in the future, like Peter Lynch or Warren Buffett, right? And if you have asset under management at a certain level, you will become available to become a portfolio manager. Okay, this data from the IE, that's investment executives. And for typical mutual fund advisor, you can have a AUM, we call it asset under management, around 30 million to 40 million. And for investment advisors team, they can manage around 160 to 190 asset under management. At that stage, your salary per year will be around $500,000. And for a team of the investment advisors, usually will earn about 2 million revenue. And also, we require that the candidate, the perfect candidate for us is that someone can really want to talk to other people. They want to share their financial knowledge, and also they want to share their financial insights to your clients, to your friends. And we do have the back office, front office, and middle office support for you guys. And we do have people, we do have colleagues from different industry, maybe from consumer industry, maybe from IT industry. And they can help you to make some product recommendations. They can help you to make the portfolio for your client. And also we do have tax specialists to help your client to make the tax specialist part. Okay, that's probably about my presentation today. And if you have any questions, just let me know.
Great. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah, that's it?
Yeah, that's it.
Thank you, Tony, very on time. So next speaker is Louis Key, right? So he is CEO of KE Solutions. And we just, in the morning session, we heard him on the panel discussion. So now let's wait and see what he has to share now. The first.
Okay, so my name is Louis. I'm the founder of KE Solutions and Jobster.io. So Jobster.io, we have been running for 9 years. So we collected a lot of data, job data. Every year we collect 9 millions of job data from Indeed, LinkedIn, different platforms, and we consolidate them all in together. And then next is we do NLP and we do machine learning language modeling. And so we started this practice in 2016. So right now we have 7 years of data. That's what helps us to win. So we're also adopting, this software is adopted by Ivy Business School, Loblaw, and Thales. So right now this is a, so when you go to beta.jobster.io, that's our newly released version. So it will be rebranded to Jobster.io. And then you register and log in, and then you can manage your resume. Basically it's a dashboard. You can manage your resumes, you can manage your jobs. So here, if you see the toolkit, you can check the weekly dashboard. We create a dashboard for you to tell you what jobs are run. So what companies are hiring, what jobs are popular as the job market is changing month over month. It's processing, the internet is slower. But now you see there are a lot of job postings, and sometimes the weekend it's lower, so it's a dashboard. And then you can see what companies are hiring. For example, I'm checking out TD, and then I can click on TD. So TD is hiring like crazy. So I can check what TD is looking for. And so I know TDO has some new grad program like the risk management. As banks are failing, right, falling apart. So risk management is more popular. Digitalization, business analysts are more popular. So you can check by company, by industry, by job category, but also you can upload your resumes. So once whoever writes your resume, right, upload your resume. You don't have to sign up to upload your resume. So once you upload your resume, you get a score. And this score is validated by a lot of companies. So it's not like by ChatGPT, because ChatGPT may not understand each company's preferences. So when you have your resume here and you can see the job matches according to different roles. So when you use upload resume, it will only give you the 3 top categories that meets your resume standard. And for each job, we will have a score for you. And then you can go on to any website to GTAA, right? That will lead you into different websites. Basically, it is very slow. Yeah, so it links to different websites. And if you like the job, and then bookmark it so that it's in your job list, right? So here you can see the jobs. You can flag your interviews. This is my saved job. I just saved this job. You can go to your interviews and add a company and add to track your interview performance. So basically, it's a free tool for everyone to use, and we charge companies. We have been running for, as I said, 9 years, and we're hoping everyone to enjoy the product. And from the job seeking side, I think everyone has your own way to succeed. There's no unique way, right? There's no unique way for everyone. So, but you need to have KPIs. Basically, how many jobs did you apply and how many interviews you get? Like right now, and a good ratio is 20-1 ratio. So 20 applications to one job interview. That's a good ratio. If you go networking, like people talk about networking, right? And you have connections, you have a job. No. Basically, some people are very good at networking. So if you meet 10 people, you turn it into one interview, I would suggest go with networking. But people like me, I'm an extroverted introvert. So I don't network with people that well. So I just want I want to network with people. 20 people give me one interview, 5% conversion rate, it doesn't help me. I would rather save the time, 20 meetups, 20 half hour, right? 10 hours. So I would spend 1 hour to apply for 10 jobs. So that's my key point of getting the job application to interview ratio. What's the rate for you to pass the first interview, HR interview? If you can pass it, use ChatGPT. Second interview, you can pass it, work on your domain knowledge and technical skills. Third interview with the executives, you can pass it, then that's because you're reciting, you're just memorizing things from the paper. You're not a real person, you're not authentic. So make sure you have your KPIs and find your own way to succeed. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Marie. We know that you are introvert, extrovert, or extrovert, introvert, and this very amazing and 2C friendly job seeker website. I can't really wait to have a try. So now we will have our last speaker, a very heavyweight speaker, and Mark Chen. He is a very seasoned fintech specialist representing Victoria International College, and let's welcome Mark to give us...
Actually, my name is Mac.
Sorry, Mac.
Okay,
my bad.
When you go to McDonald's, right? I go to McDonald's, you want to say, I want order Big Mac, that's me.
Mac with a K. With a K.
With a K, yes.
Mac with a K. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Thanks.
Okay?
You're not a Big Mac, you're a Super Mac.
Okay, thank you very much, guys. Should I speak in English or? Okay, cool. I prepared about 250 slides. And if you don't mind, I will share them with you. Okay, so I'm going to, oh, this is interesting. Let's see, So, okay, so we are in the fourth generation of industrial revolution. Okay, the first one happened in Britain. The second one's in America. The third one's America. And the fourth one's here as well, America. So what I mean it is the fourth generation is because the technology really transformed our life. The first generation, the first industry revolution happens because of the machineries. Okay, farmers become workers, go to the manufacturers. The second one is electronics, light bulbs, telegrams. So that's transformed our life. The third one was the internet. Okay, was the internet and the data scientists, all those analysts. So and people put AI in the third industry revolution. But I will say AI right now is the fourth one, and maybe the last one as well. Okay, so no more industry revolution after the fourth one. Why I'm saying that is ChatGPT is really shape our life in a different way. Okay, actually I'm scared. I'm a developer by myself. And I'm really scared about ChatGPT. The reason being is ChatGPT, right now is really understand people, and they can solve a lot of problems. Right now we are all job seekers, right? We are looking for jobs, looking for better positions, but ChatGPT just go to the other direction. Okay, they try to eliminate positions. Okay, IBM is going to eliminate 8,000 people. They're going to replace those people with ChatGPT, with AI. Okay, and Geoffrey Hinton, the professor from U of T, he's scary as well. He's scared of the ChatGPT as well. Me too. So go back a little bit. So what AI concept started, this actually started in 1947. Okay, Turing test. What is the Turing test? Turing test actually is you put people to one computer in one room. The other room is a people. Okay, you sit behind. You ask the same question to a computer and to people. If the computer can answer your question the same way the people answers, then you pass the Turing test. That was 80 years ago. Okay, that was 80 years ago. The test there. So far, none of the modules, none of the technologies passed the test. Now only the ChatGPT passed the test. Okay, that's what makes me scared. Okay, 80 years later, there's something passed the test. Actually, the Turing test is there's a Turing Award. That's like a IT industry Oscar. Okay, if you win the award, then you're good. So far, 3 Canadians win the award, including Geoffrey Hinton. Okay. So when Edward Turing bring up the concept intelligence. What is intelligence? Okay. When I talk about intelligence, what is true intelligence? Our great scientist Einstein said, okay, the true intelligence, either machine or people can do imagination. Okay, so all of you can imagine it. Okay, you know what? After this session, I'm going to land it a very good job. After landing on a very good job, I'm going to have a very good salary. Once I have a very good salary, I'm going to take a vacation. Okay, so that's imagination. That's so far the people can have that imagination. Okay, so now the ChatGPT is here, and it's like a PC, not real, right? So the really true intelligence comes into 3 phases. The first phase is algo, right? Algo it can tell it's reasoning, right? It's reasoning and answer your questions. Okay, problem solving. The second part is linguistic. Linguistic means they can express themselves. Okay, ChatGPT doesn't have that yet. Okay, it's quite close. So when it goes to linguistic, that means ChatGPT just talk to you much like a person. You know, it has feelings. Okay, so the third step is truly imagination. If all of this happened, that become real. Okay, if all of us happen, this become real. You cannot tell this is a machine of people. You cannot really tell. When you talk to the people, you don't know it's a real person or a PC. Okay? Then come to the question, you know, are we going to be eliminated? Right? Are we going to be eliminated? Not because technology doesn't eliminate people, but eliminate the processing you are holding. Okay? So you're not killing people. Okay? So in order to survive this, so we have two options here. Okay? To survive this. You can be the last one being eliminated. Okay, I can be the last one. So a little more technologies, you know what? I can keep my word, right? Or you can survive. Just follow the trend. Okay, you have two options to survive this technology trend. So I came from Wake Clear International College. You know, we anticipate this happening back 3 or 2 years ago. So we started offer data analyst positions. Okay. So when we offer these positions, meanings get you ready into this industry. Okay. You really understand data. You understand data scientists. You understand this model. Okay. Once you understand this, and we actually, I guess maybe 1 minute later I will do a demonstration. Okay. What we're going to do together. So ChatGPT AI eliminate positions, but at the same time open a big job market as well. There's a whole lot of new positions come up. Just like during the first industrial revolution, farmers lost their job. But they moved to the cities. Okay. On the second industrial revolution, people lost their job from manufacturing. But you know what? They become programmers. Okay? How did the fourth industrial revolution? Yeah, there is one job. You don't have to have computer degree. Okay? This is called promote engineer. You do not need a computer engineering degree. Okay? You can earn 300,000 K. That's US a year. That's from Time Magazine. Okay? From this, we are going to have we designed a new course just for AI. I'm going to do a demonstration later, what we're going to do together. If you join us, that's what we're going to do. To lead you step by step, become an AI engineer. You can make 300K a year. Okay? Why I say this is the last industry revolution is because after this, AI going to take over many of the jobs, and so even the new invention will be replaced by AI. Okay, so but humans like us, we always control that. Okay, so now let's do a demo. Okay, would you please turn that on? Thank you. A demo here. We have demo here. Okay. So this is our demo. So actually, this one you can just people one move, the people can look at you. Okay. Why make a movement? This is like a real person, but this model is not well trained yet. We just start training this one. So when we train this one, this looks like a real person talking. Okay. Now I'm going to ask him, but sorry, in Chinese. Later I will do it in English. Okay. So if you don't mind, so. 麻烦你介绍一下维多利亚。
关掉。是的，
维多利亚 Victoria Education Solutions 是一家以职业发展为目标的教育解决方案公司，总部位于加拿大多伦多。他们提供一系列的课程，包括数据分析师、数据工程师、数据科学家和电气工程师等就业培训课程，旨在帮助学生实现职业目标。此外，他们还提供完美简历培训计划，专门为所有人提供帮助，以在职场取得成功。维多利亚公司的课程设计、教材和学员服务都以实践为导向，针对每个学员的需求量。
So I can stop it because it's too long to introduce this, and I can, you know what? I use English to ask some questions. Okay? How I can become a data analyst?
To become a data analyst, it's important to have strong analytical and problem-solving skills as well as a proficiency in data analysis tools and programming languages. Additionally, a degree in a relevant field such as mathematics, statistics, or computer science can be helpful. Here at Victoria Education Solutions, we offer a data analysis program that covers all the essential skills and knowledge required to become a successful data analyst. The program duration is 120 hours.
So, how much can I make?
The salary for a data analyst can vary depending on factors such as location, industry, and level of experience. However, our program includes a salary estimation for junior, intermediate, and senior data analysts based on industry standards and research. According to our estimation, a junior data analyst can make around $70,000 per year, while an intermediate data analyst can make around $90,000 per year, and a senior data analyst can make around $120,000 per year. It's important to note that these numbers are just an estimation and can vary depending on various factors.
What we can do, we just trained the model not long ago, and this module is very useful. For example, Louis' company, right? Instead of going to your website to search stuff, I can hold my phone, ask, what's the position for TD? And we're going to process the data, response back right away. You don't have to search. AI and Google has a different ways to solve your problem. Google's, you know your problem, and you try to find an answer. And AI, what the AI do is, you tell me where you want to go, your destination. Okay, the problem you have to solve. I give you a procedure how to solve the problem. Like mathematics problem, physics problem, everything problem. So it's reversed. So now we started new courses for AI, and we are going to work on this model together. We're going to work on this model. If you join the course, we're going to work on this module together and to launch this module together. And where you learn it, you know what? You can find a job. That's what I said. On Time Magazine, 300K, that's US. And we're going to teach that in 12 hours. So that's about it, and finished my presentation. And hopefully you can understand what we are doing. We are trying to help people to find jobs for the past 24 years. And we are ready for the future as well. The future is changing, but the future is under our control. Okay? We are going to find a job for you. We're going to find a job for you. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I hope
Let's first welcome Jeff Goldman, and he is the founder and president of the Raw Office Incorporation. And let's see like what he has to offer. 10 keys to entrepreneurship success. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. So we only have 15 minutes. We got to go super fast. The last time I did this talk, we did 2 hours. So we're going to have to do this really, really fast. And I know today it's job fair. People want to talk about jobs. I want to talk about entrepreneurship. One of the other people on the panel was talking about that as well, about entrepreneurship. It's a great time today to be in business, to start your own business, to get into your own business. It's never been more affordable or easily more accessible to do that. And there's 10 keys. We won't have time to get through all of them. But the number one, and I just wanted to also say, if you're in business for yourself, you're never going to get fired, you're never going to get laid off, you're the last one, you're always the last one standing. There's a lot of benefits of it. You set your own hours, you work at your own pace, you work with your own budgets, you get to travel, you get to do whatever you want to do with your time because it's your business. So it's really, there's a ton of benefits of being in business. So the first one is to follow your passion. That's the first key to success. If you're going to be in business, it better be something that you care about, something that you're interested in, something that you're excited about. That's what I think, because to me, there's no separation between job and life. Basically, you are what you're doing, right? And it's not like if you're like an employee, at 5 o'clock you stop, you shut your computer, you're finished, that's it. If you're in business, it's 7 days a week, 24 hours a day, you're always in business, you're always doing that. So it's find something you're passionate about and make that into a business, something that really excites you, gets you going. So yeah, this is a great quote, make your life a mission, not an intermission. Like I said, I did this in 2 hours last time, so I'm going to go really quickly. Number 2 is to fill a need. Find a problem. In Silicon Valley, we'll talk about problem solution. What problem are you solving, right? And when I was on the panel, I was talking about the phone book. I used to recycle phone books. I had that contract, but there's no more phone books. So if I was still in the recycling the phone books business, there's no problem there. There's no phone books to recycle anymore. So find the problem, create the solution. And opportunity arrives when prices are high or it's really, really problematic, you fix that problem, right? So find the problem, fix the problem, and then you'll be very successful. Here's just a little example. Global demand for fiber is over 200 billion. It's growing like crazy. People said when the internet started that paper was going to disappear. Guess what? They were wrong. Paper is more than doubling. Boxboard, cardboard, everything is doubling. So there's more demand today for fiber than ever before. So don't listen to all those trends like we were talking before. Oh, people are laying off. Oh, there's all these problems. That's nothing to really focus on. Focus on where's the problem, where's the solution. Everybody said that when they invented the car, that was going to be the end of everything. When they invented the internet, it was the end of everything. Everybody said now there's AI, it's the end of everything. That's not true. There's always demand, there's always need. Find the problem, fix the problem, right? So again, problem, solution, trees, right? I don't have time to get into it too much. Number 3 is build a great team. If you're going to be successful in your job or in entrepreneurship, you need a team. None of the businesses that presented here today are just people by themselves. You have a team, you need people around you that complements you and builds it out. Nothing is done without a team, right? So we at our business, we have a great team and we're doing great. And we partner with all these great companies. That's part of your team. Your team is not just your employees, your team is also your customers, your suppliers, the community that you work in, the government that you're interacting with. That's all part of the team. And in terms of business in Canada, it's amazing. Like you get shred credits here, tax credits for doing technology business, right? You get all these like GST, HST refunds. You get all these credits for hiring employees and building the business. And so there's a lot of great support that comes from the Canadian government, the provincial government, when you start your business here. And what you got to do is make sure you have enough money. Make sure you double the money. One of the things too, I'm heavily believe in the concept of insurance, life insurance, group insurance, cancellation insurance, receivable insurance. Right? We just got this new policy that if our customers don't pay us, the government will pay us. That's another government program here from EDC, BDC. If you're going to start a business in Canada, BDC will give you money, EDC will insure you, and they'll help you with money. There's just great stuff. So we've got receivable insurance to make sure that we don't get paid or we get it. Again, I don't have a ton of time to get into this, but be a visionary, not a dinosaur. We talked about the phone books a little bit earlier. We're talking about, today a lot of people talk about chat AI or the layoffs and all that stuff. To me, that's old news, all that stuff. Like, what's next? Where are you going? What are you going to do with that? What problem are you solving? Right? It's not about worrying about the current technology, but again, it's like be a visionary and move on with that. And part of being a visionary is you got to be able to, change course, be flexible, deal with the reality of what's going on, adapt or become obsolete, right? Be transparent. This is huge today. Everybody's got their phones. Everybody's got social media. Everybody's got their Twitter, Instagram, all their stuff. So whatever you're doing, the best policy is just to be transparent about it, right? And so like on our business, as an example, we run technology for supply business. That's what we do. And we give full transparency on recycled content, environmental score, greenhouse gas. If you could scroll down here, you can see country of manufacture. We just give full transparency to all of our customers on everything. So there's nothing that's left for the imagination. And that's just a great way to operate your business, is with full transparency. If you're not, you're going to get killed on social media. So you may as well. We publish our carbon footprint for all products we sell. We have 125,000 products on our website. We do full carbon, and this is all published for every single product on everything we do. Again, so basically a full life cycle report on every product that we sell, published for free for everybody. Set big and aggressive goals. Don't set small goals. You're not going to achieve your goals necessarily, so if you set big ones, that's better than setting small goals. But you also want to never give up. Don't be an ostrich and bury your head in the sand, so just keep on going. And one of the things that happens a lot, I think this is important, is that people get overwhelmed by the job or the prospects or the concept. And what I like to do is break it down to small little parts, right? Like if somebody said to you today, hey, go build me a house, that might be overwhelming. But do you think about how the house is built? First you build the foundation, and then you build the flooring, then you build the walls, and then the roof, and then you do the carpentry, and then you do, you know what I mean? It's like you build it, you break it down to all the little small little pieces, and then you find out who's the best person to do each of those pieces. And you set daily, weekly, monthly goals. I do daily, weekly, monthly goals for myself, and then you can get through it. Okay, I don't have too much time to go on this one. But this one is the law.
You have like 5 more minutes.
5 more minutes, okay. But I also want to leave time for like 1 or 2 questions.
I think we're missing number 8.
For real? Right there. Oh, we did make it. Okay. Thank you. Number 8 is take massive action. Okay, so this is something that would be really great for everybody to take away as well. You have to take massive action if you want something to happen. Now, when I say massive action, that doesn't mean, you make a phone call, the person doesn't pick up your phone, and it's over and you give up. That's not massive action. It's not you send one email or you show up at one meeting. That's not massive action. If you really want to do something, if you really want to change the world, if you really want to make your business a success, massive action might mean 100 phone calls. It might mean 50 meetings. It might mean you get on 20 different airplanes and you fly and you go and do whatever needs to get done. Massive action. And what I'm finding today is most people don't take enough action to get the result that they desire. It's like, well, did you try? Yeah, I called the person, they didn't call me back, and then they give up. That's not going to work, right? Sending a message to one person is not enough action to get the desired result. So, and what I'm saying here is like it's great if you want to meditate, but that's not going to change the world. You've got to actually get into the game, get on the field, and make it happen. So that's what that's about. And then never give it back. Okay, law of giving, receiving. Those ones I don't want to spend too much time on it right now. But number 11 is to think globally, act locally. That is like yourself. Think about yourself, right? In terms of, one of the things I think is really important is that you take care of yourself. That means the food you eat, whether you're exercising, you're getting enough sleep, are you eating, drinking enough water, you get, like all those kind of things are so important. Like if you're gonna be running a business, it's gonna take a lot of energy. If you're gonna be a senior manager, you're gonna be a vice president, if your goal is to be the CEO of the business, going to take a lot of energy, it's going to take a lot of stress, you got to have all that stuff covered too. So I think a lot of people miss that piece. Like thinking globally, yes, you want to go out there and you want to change the world, you want to make your business happen, but you also have to think locally, which is yourself. The local is yourself, and how are you going to show up in the world, and how are you going to be able to manage all that? So, like you said, I think we only got about 5 minutes left. I wanted to do that really quickly. Like I said, last time I did this, we did 2 hours. We went into each one really in depth. But any questions from anybody about this or entrepreneurship in general, career choices?
Can I have a question?
Yeah.
Thank you very much for the presentation. And I understand there were actually 11 points that you mentioned. I know that's a long list. Do you think the priorities might differ in terms of whether you want to become an entrepreneur or you want to work like in a big corporation?
I think they're very much the same, right? The only difference is if you're going to work for a corporation, you're going to have like a boss that you have to report to, and you have to get, if you're going to be an entrepreneur, you're probably still going to have a banker or an investor, or the customers are your boss, right? So you're still, there's always still somebody who's in charge, right? There's still somebody that has to approve what you're doing, whether it be the customers, the bank, or the investors, or that. Now, I would still say the same things. If you're going to get a job, follow your passion. Like, don't go work at a job that you don't want. You're going to be miserable, and your customer's not going to be happy, and your boss not going to be happy. Same kind of thing. Or fill a need, want, desire. Well, don't go work for a company that's not solving a real problem, because that company's not going to make it, right? Like, and same thing, don't be a dinosaur, don't work. So I think a lot of these things can be applicable into a job as well, into an employment situation. But I think for me, I also want everybody to think about, self-employment. I think the last presenter put up on the screen was something like only 12% of people are starting their own businesses. To me, that's crazy, right? Like, I mean, if your business succeeds, you can make 50 times the money versus having a job, right? Now, that's not to say that I don't value the employees that work for us. I do. What we do is we give them stock options, and we give them bonuses based on profit. So if we sell our business, if we go public, if we make it a big success, everybody that works for us is going to get rich, right? So it's kind of like that. Like, I don't know. Like, if you're going to get a really good job, whatever the number is versus what you're going to do with the business, I just think your upside for the same amount of effort, make more money in the business, or find a place that will give you stock options and find a startup, and then you can then be part of that upside as well.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Is it advisable sourcing loan to start a project?
Yeah, so I was saying earlier, BDC, Business Development Canada, if you're a Canadian business, you write a business plan, they give almost anybody, I don't want to get myself in trouble, but they give most businesses loans, okay? They're very, very, very supportive of Canadian businesses, BDC. You have to have a business plan, you gotta have a good business idea, they'll take care of you. And EDC, which is Export Development Canada, has a ton of programs to help you develop businesses that can sell to outside markets, outside of the country. Now, for instance, what EDC is doing for our business, they're guaranteeing our bank loan to BMO Bank. So BMO Bank gave us a bank loan, EDC is guaranteeing the bank loan, and now we've got this big bank loan that we wouldn't have had if we didn't have EDC. So there's a lot of places where you can get help for starting your business. So I would start with EDC, I would talk to EDC. There's also all these like business centers that you can go to that will help you with your business plan. They'll help you introduce you to the right people. Like, the government wants you to start businesses because that's where 80% of all the new jobs are created right now is in small business. Which gets back to my earlier point that that's where the jobs are, right? Like 80% of the new jobs are in small business, like people with like less than 20 employees. And that's where you can get stock options as an employee because you're helping this business and you find the right business and everybody can benefit. So I would start with EDC, go to the business center. You've got to look it up online.
EDC was the second one?
EDC. Meaning? Export Development Canada. Yeah. EDC, BDC, they're here to help you guys. The business centers are here to help you guys. There's lots of grants. There's a whole bunch of grants available for studying. Okay.
Yeah, so the question is, you spoke about setting goals and weekly, monthly, and annual goals, right? And like, how do you specifically set those goals?
Well, it's a good question. So every day I have my daily to-do list, and every week I have a to-do list, and then I have we have software that we use to manage all of our projects for everybody that works for us. We use a company called Asana, which is the software we use for project management, and then we do quarterly budgets. So you do projected budgets, and those become your goals that you're trying to hit. Revenue, margin, profit goals that we have for a quarter. And so then you track them. Every week you track them. Yeah, so we break it down by the week, by the day, and then you figure out, like, how many people do I have to phone every day? How many meetings do I have to have every day? How many appointments do I have to do? And it's just broken down.
You really have to have a clear mind what you need.
Yeah. Yeah. It's kind of like I don't know if anybody's ever done like Google ads as an example, right? So you could say, okay, if I put out X amount of dollars, I'm going to get this many clicks, and if I get this many clicks, this percentage of people are actually going to buy, and you work it all the way back down, and you're going to need, okay, I need to spend $10,000 to get my goal, right? People do that. People understand that one, right? From Google ads all the way down. You should do the same thing with everything in your business. How many meetings do I have to go to? How many appointments do I have to set? How many employees do I need to hire? How many customers do I need in order to be successful, right? So you have your cost of acquisition, and you have your end result, and then you figure it out. You do that exact same calculus for everything, right? Thank you. Sorry, I wish we had 2 hours. We can go much deeper. So, anyways, we're the Raw office. Thanks for your time.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you, Jack.
Okay, I just wanted to give you some information about our company. The company name is ABC Technologies, and the former name is was ABC Group. I think with this job fairs, you hear lots of other industries. So probably you guys familiar how big the industry scale in our province. I just before I prepare this document, I search Google search some information, and in Ontario, about 3,600 employed were employed by auto industry. So that is we call OEM. OEM means car assembly from facilities, and other than OEM, there are many supplies. From OEM, probably you didn't see here Canadian brand, but some global OEMs have plants in Ontario, Toyota, GM, Ford, former FCA and all these entities. Honda is another one. And auto supplies, there are many auto supplies in this province, and Magna, of course, is a very big name. Other than Magna, there are other many these supplies. One of this auto supplies is our company, ABC Technologies. So ABC Technologies is plastic parts, auto supplies, and we have plastic, but we have more system. System means not just our molded parts. We use part of our molded parts and assembly with other components to have like a whole system, like a console system, like many cargo system, many like a system to supply to all the OEMs like GM, Ford, like Toyota, Honda, Nissan, even like Chrysler, like Tesla. Yeah. So this company, like it's like annual sales is more than $1 billion US, and the employees here like say 7,700, and probably now is more than this number because with the amended merger and acquisition, like our company like just like bought Windsor Motor Group, like. And some other companies in Germany, so the company become like bigger than its size now. Yeah, the footprint, like it's a Canadian-based company. That the head office is in Toronto, Canada, and then the company has like manufacturing facilities in Michigan, in Kentucky, in Tennessee, like this United States, and then in Mexico, in Brazil, and in Spain, and Germany. And in China, we had like a joint venture. Yeah, so ABC is like whose system supply, and from products design development to like manufacturing at a different level. We have full capability to support our customers. Yeah, that's the capability and the process that we work. So if you guys feel familiar with plastic, like process, like we have injection, blow molding, like different kind. Yeah, this is the process. Okay, and then R&D capability. Yeah, the products here is interior. Like interior, we did console and cargo. Cargo is like SUVs, luggage floor, like those products. Yeah, this is exterior products, like toolbox is for pickup truck, and like a spoiler, landing border, and even bumper. We ABC use pole molding and to make a bumper. Yeah. And this probably is now not so because with like EV now in the air induction system, we don't need the air induction system anymore, and it's for like an engine. Because engine needed to suck the air, and the air needed to be cleaned. So that's the air induction system. And then HVAC system. HVAC system is like H means heat, and V means vent, and AC is air conditioning. So distributed like the air to the different place of the car. Yeah, so flexible products is like CVJ, like the boots, like that's the cover, like those kind of products. Yeah, and the diesel is like so wash tank and coolant tank. Those kind of is to dissolve liquid. Yes, just like a wash tank is for windshield wash liquid, and for like a reserve tank coolant is reserve coolant in the bottle. Okay, very simple, very quick presentation. any question?
Like what kind of job opportunity you are offering?
Often today, before I talked with our HR and HR, for a long time, of course, we were. And these days, you can search our web, ABC web, and we will timely post the new position on the web. And this we don't have specific job, but in Toronto, Canada, we have technical center in North York, and we actually is quite big workforce there. So there will be timely new job opportunity. Okay.
Anyone has any other questions? I have a quick one.
Please.
What are the key qualifications that you are seeking among job candidates if you are to hire any new employees?
Probably. I think if you have a job experience in Canada, in Canada, if employer hire some people and the employer wanted these people to work immediately. Just tomorrow, you join the company, then they will assign you a job, and you have to. But also for students just from university, and I think you guys think more flexible, more open, and more to adopt a new technology, and that's what I think.
Okay, thank you very much.
Okay.
A quick one, you only accept full-time or part-time internship also works. For example, for students, if they have busy schedule, they can do part-time.
We use full-time, but we have of course high student internship, and now is summer probably it's very depend on timing. Maybe if anybody interested in I don't know, depend on if you are university student, still second or third year, you can apply the beginning of next year for summer internship. So it's kind of job. Okay.
Yes. So if we have no further questions, thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Julian. Thank you. So according to our schedule, our next speaker is Mr. Jin Huang from Enbridge. So now let's give the floor to Miss Jin Huang, and for the next 15 or 20 minutes. Thank you.
Thank you. All right. Good afternoon. It's a very small audience. That's great. So we can make it intimate. Just to quickly introduce myself, I am an immigrant, but from a long time ago. I came here as a visa student to Canada, and then started working at Enbridge only 6-7 years ago. I'm not HR, so it's not really an official HR perspective, but I'm a professional engineer. I work in the technology development area at Enbridge, so I can definitely share some of my work experience there, as well as some of the hiring practice if any of you guys are interested in general. But this is the standard company presentation on the intro, just to give everybody an overview of what Enbridge Gas is. So maybe just to start, quick show of hands. Any newcomer? New to Canada?
What do you mean new? It's
like
a year ago I'm here.
Okay. So like recent couple of years?
Okay.
You're new?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Anybody have heard about Enbridge? The name? Or
They
not?
send me the bill every month.
Okay, that's right. That's the connection. If you pay utility bills, you will know Enbridge Gas charge you every month on your gas. Okay, so that's really what the company is. All right. And anybody looking for co-op, summer students opportunities? Yeah, young people here. But not this year though.
Not this year.
Okay, yeah. So because the typical cycle of hiring usually start like February, March timeframe. I think the summer students have already started last week. So May 1st is the starting until the end of August, typically at Enbridge. All right. Okay, so quickly, Enbridge Gas, that's really the official name, is Enbridge Gas Inc. It is the largest natural gas storage, transmission, and distribution company in North America. This side is a map of the service territory where you see the yellow is all the service area. The other areas don't have much people, so just so you know. But some of the key figures about the company, one, it is 175 years old, so it just celebrated the 175th birthday last month. Has lots of history servicing the province of Ontario. The customer base on the distribution side has 3.9 million customers. Majority of them, 3 million of them, are residential customers, and then there's commercial and industrial customers on natural gas connections. It's heating greater than 75% of the Ontario homes in Ontario. And then a big part, which I didn't know before I joined Enbridge, was the storage part of it. So there's a big storage hub in southern Ontario, and that is, if you see it, Canada's largest integrated underground storage facility. So that is where, as a system level, I never really thought about it before, to manage peak load in wintertime. So in terms of pipeline design, distribution system design, you then take the storage into consideration and be able to minimize the infrastructure investment. All right. So then, of course, the last point I think my company asked me to highlight is we're leading Ontario's transition to net zero emission. So we're actually working on a lot of renewable natural gases. I think you probably have heard some in the news. Actually, my team is working on low carbon technology development as well. So I can talk more about that if you guys are interested. And some of the key figures, other than the 3.9 million retail customers, 75% Ontario homes, and on natural gas side, in the province of Ontario, we provide 30% of the total energy needs for the province. So quick quiz here. For electricity, what's the percentage of energy supply is made of electricity? Anybody take a guess? Natural gas is 30%.
Say that again. What's the question again?
Okay. So natural gas makes up to be 30% of total Ontario's energy needs. So what's the percentage for electricity?
60%.
60%?
70.
Any other guess? 70? No guess? Okay. 16%.
Ah?
16.
Yes.
Okay. So if you look at the whole overall energy picture, electricity is 16%. Natural gas is 30%, and there's a 45% from petroleum gas. Transportation. There's a lot of auto company today, right? Mm. Transportation is a big part of the energy demand in the province. So there's a lot of work ahead of us towards net zero. And that's where the job opportunity, the growth areas are, really, with many companies. Okay, so then zoom out a little bit. So Enbridge Gas is a part of Enbridge Inc. So the Enbridge Inc. Is a bigger company, has many different divisions. Enbridge Gas comes in here as the natural gas utility, this part, but Enbridge Inc. as a bigger company in terms of job opportunities, because within the company you can transfer to different departments. Liquid pipeline is the biggest. It actually transports 30% of crude oil produced in North America. So that's the main part of the liquid pipeline business. The natural gas pipeline was based in Houston, Texas. That's the headquarters. Transport 20% of the natural gas across the US. And of course, we talked about the natural gas portion, which is the Enbridge Gas portion. And then Enbridge has been investing in renewable powers for over 20 years. We own, I think, close to $8 billion asset in terms of renewable production as well as power transmission. So that's really the four big pillars of the company. So that's the bigger picture. And really I want to talk to you about, because you guys are looking for jobs potentially, or investigate whether or not Enbridge would be a good place to work. I know the traditional oil and gas company doesn't have the great reputation. It does have good income, good benefit, but it doesn't have good reputation. And when, especially newer grads thinking about investing in career for future, you're looking at, okay, what is the trend? What is the growth opportunity, right? And that's where it is the net zero future. So from a company's overall business point of view, the traditional pipeline natural gas distribution will still be there because these are capital investments we already made. So we're looking for in return. So that will be continuing. But the growth opportunity stays with the renewables side and the low carbon technology side, which is where I am. Okay, so the overall picture, if you look at from an energy usage point of view for the province, this is specifically to Ontario, Enbridge Gas has been working on renewable natural gas, basically taking food waste and all organic waste to convert that into renewable natural gas. So that's carbon free. Also, hydrogen is another big area for opportunity in terms of developing low carbon from a fuel supply point of view, energy source point of view. And then transportation, of course, lots of the automotive companies, OEMs, are working on electric vehicles. That's great. But then there's also the heavy duty segment, which is very difficult to electrify. So that's where compression natural gas, hydrogen application could come in terms of the transportation sector. And then from a building heating and cooling point of view, it's about 20% of the overall energy needs in Ontario. So Enbridge has a large energy conservation team, which require technical expertise. So engineering skills could come in play into that area. It's a large team, about 200 people, almost 200 people in that team. It's working with the different customers to reduce the energy usage. So for industrial process, for example, to look at the overall process, whether or not they can use more efficient equipment, they can recover more waste heat. There's a lot of work that can be done in that area. And then my team and my colleagues work on developing heat pumps, hybrid heating, carbon capture, like different technologies can actually reduce the carbon footprint overall. And then industrial processes, again, energy conservation already talked about, that's part of that. On-site hydrogen production is also an area of growth for sure, as well as carbon capture and utilization area. So that's the overall picture for the future. And here is all different specific areas that in terms of what we've been working on and could be the future of engineers. So, and that is it. I think, I don't know the time. In terms of
at least 5 or 6 minutes for questions.
Okay, sure. So I know people will, okay, any job opportunities? There's lots. Depending on the location that you are interested in. So check out the enbridgegas.com/careers and you put in your specific location, then the list will come up. I know from my immediate team, we are hiring on energy solution advisor, like from a consultant point of view, helping customers. There's lots of needs ongoing, depending on your interest and background. And then on the energy transition side, which I talked about, regular hirings. There's always that. Usually, the posting will stay on the website for 2 to 3 weeks. So if you are interested in checking out Enbridge as your future opportunities, check in that frequency so that you don't miss it. And then maybe another point about the interview process. Enbridge is using the behavior type interview style, so there'll be specific questions about different skill sets that's relevant to the job. Typically, there'll be 2 interviewers at the session, and they'll be given the interview guide with the questions. They will ask you to answer the question in the STAR format. Anybody familiar with the STAR format? The situation, task, action, and result is to use that kind of structure to describe your answers. And then it will be rated amongst the interviewers at the end. So that's really just a more of a typical process. And there's always, the majority of the job are available still on the distribution side, which is pipeline, designing gate stations. And also carbon reduction for the gate station on the operation side of the business as well. So that's an opportunity on a regular basis. And then on the energy transition part of the work, there's a lot of different growth. And if you have non-traditional engineering background, that would be also welcomed into that part of the business as well. All right?
I do have one more question.
Sure, yeah.
We know that ESG is a very heated topic nowadays, and you also mentioned net zero. So, any like particular background or expertise that you're looking for talents with this background?
If you have that background, that'd be great. If you did your engineering degree in that area or environmental, with a major or minor, that'd be great. Absolutely.
So it would be more like an effective plus for talents?
No, there's the traditional engineering job, because Enbridge is still a large engineering company, because we build pipelines, maintain pipelines, like that's really the bulk of the business. Actually, someone in the hallway was asking me, because she had a process engineering background.
Yeah.
So those kind of opportunities would probably more in the Calgary location, like geographically, or in the States, in like Houston, those kind of areas, in the transmission side. So, did that answer your question?
Yeah.
All right.
Do the rest of the room still have any questions? Because we still have plenty of time.
So, can I have a general understanding of your daily usage, engineering tools and softwares, hardwares to?
Oh, okay, the tools?
Yeah.
It depends on the job. From the traditional side, I think it's very similar to the automotive side. We heavily rely on vendors. so the technical expertise primarily reside with the vendors on a specific area. Internally, I don't know. I haven't really worked in engineering, to be honest, so I don't know. I spent about 6 years in energy efficiency, energy conservation side. They have their own process tool, which is not used anywhere else. So.
Do you require like some general understanding of the modeling skills, like for AutoCAD, 3D, SolidWorks stuff?
I don't think so. I don't think, because the drawing wise is only the system diagram, that's it. There's really no complex modeling compared to the other manufacturing side of
I have a question for
Sure.
the hydrogen gas.
Huh?
So what's the future of the hydrogen gas?
What's the future of hydrogen?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I wish I had the crystal ball in front of me. Hydrogen, I think Canada has an overall strategy for hydrogen. So they are looking at increasing hydrogen production. And I think Ontario has lots of existing infrastructure in place for hydrogen. From an Enbridge gas point of view, we are looking at, so we currently already have a hydrogen production facility in Markham.
Okay.
So that hydrogen is blended into the gas pipeline for I think like 1,000 or 2,000 households in that region close by. So they're using a hydrogen and natural gas blend already currently. That's been the last few years. So we are going to procure more hydrogen production facility into our pipeline system to blend. But then that comes with also other challenges in terms of, because hydrogen has a different characteristic compared to natural gas, CDH4. So pipeline requirement, all the valving valving and everything needs to be reevaluated. What I work on is on the end use part, like the furnace that we have at home, boilers in commercial buildings. They're currently burning on natural gas. We need to update the burner part of the technology, the equipment, in order to work with pure hydrogen or hydrogen blend. And then I talked about the transportation side, which people have different opinions about whether that is the most effective or efficient to use that for transportation. So it's up for debate. But I think overall, it definitely will be growing, no question. Natural gas will be smaller, hydrogen will be more, renewable natural gas will go up, but in the end, what is the makeup? Because I think I was at Canadian Gas Association Technical Conference last week in Calgary, in Alberta area. They're actually looking at hydrogen for remote communities. So they're saying, hey, you can do 100% hydrogen in remote communities, but in the central metropolitan area like Calgary and Edmonton, those cities, they would then build RNG, renewable natural gas facility to supply that. Instead of a mix, because we were looking at a mix in Ontario, but in Alberta, they were looking at dedicated purpose for a different gas.
So how, in Bridge, how do you produce the hydrogen? Is there any cost-effective way to produce hydrogen?
The renewable natural gas is also very expensive at this time. Hydrogen right now is using electricity to break down water molecules. That's the process that we have. So that's where all the technology challenge could come in. If you have great ideas, if you start up your own company, we could invest in you guys as well. That's true, it's true. So we do have the investment part of the business as part of our team. So.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, there's one more question.
Sure.
So, I mean, what is the key skills you think the Enbridge is looking for when I apply for a job, let's say, project engineer, project manager? Is that, because so when I saw the job description said, okay, PMP is preferred, but I think it's not enough if you prefer some engineering background. But do you think the engineering at any industry should be okay? For example, myself is working in automotive industry, but your company is energy industry, so different.
So in terms of the transfer, I come from automotive industry.
Yeah, so may I ask what is your secret for success?
Secret? Okay.
How do you
I can't say the secret, but I can share you how it happened. I was looking for a company that's close to home. So that's the practical side. I mean, everybody comes to different life stages will come in play. I want to spend more time with my kids. But first job was pretty demanding. I really enjoyed it, but I was like, yeah, you know what? I really want to get somewhere close to home, stability as I get older. So it's true. So actually, that's how I answered the interview question. Is like, why do you want to come to Enbridge? I said, stability.
Is the same situation?
Yeah. So I think we're probably in a similar life stage.
Yeah.
My work was primarily on the industrial side, right? So automotive. I worked in product development, manufacturing, and different things and service. So they were actually looking for someone who designed energy conservation programs for industrial customers. That's where I made the connection. Is I know your customers because I am part of them.
Okay.
So then I'd be able to design programs effectively helping those customers. So you should need to find the common ground and also use examples to show your achievements, very solid examples to show your achievements that are relevant to the skills needed for the job. So needs is the best way to find your next job, for sure.
Okay, thank you. Apparently we have a lot of passion and enthusiasm and questions for Jane. Thank you very much. And I guess that brings me to the end of our panel discussion for the afternoon. Thank you very much for joining us and also to the friends on Zoom. So we'll stay tuned and follow more our upcoming events. Thank you.